Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Vortex Racing Network's production of Monday Night Mayhem. The Moonlight Racing League is live at Talladega Superspeedway for race number 2 of our 13-race regular season. Too wide in the booth tonight, Mean Gene Money, alongside my tag team partner, Zach Panzarella. Zach, we saw 29 drivers last week at Charlotte. Right now, I'm looking at 38 cars on the grid. Pension high, not a lot of real estate. What are we expecting here today at the home of the big one?
I mean, Mean Gene, there is a lot of real estate, but when you have 38, I mean, I don't know. I'm so excited to be back here. What a great season we had last year, and what an incredible job you and Aaron did last week. Shout out to Aaron. Thank you very much for filling in. He always does such a great job. But I'm so excited person to be here, Mean Gene, and I could not have picked a more hectic and crazy track to start the season off for me personally. And we have a lot of the same guys and some new faces here today, and the talent pool just keeps keeping deeper and deeper. I am so excited.
Absolutely. 6 new drivers on the track today representing that 900 number, but not all of them are rookies. We saw an impressive run last week by Nate Lesko as he finished in second, so expecting to see more from those rookies. You're watching the What's the Word Say 200 here live on the Vortex Racing Network. What's the Word Say 200? It is a Church of God in Verdonville, West Virginia. So big shout out for the sponsorship here today. Thank you so much for your support. And we're going to have that man on a little bit later, maybe after the post. We'll just have to see how it goes as we prep for the race today. Zach, last week at Charlotte, amazing race. We saw Colin Bollinger win his 3rd Charlotte in a row. That's right. Colin Bollinger did lose the championship race at Kentucky to Grant Applegate, but it was the dominance of Bollinger, the 53 Toyota, leading 47 laps. Grant Applegate did admirable battle with the leading 53 laps and taking the pole, but in the end, it was Bollinger. And we saw perhaps the emergence of our new rookie sensation, Nate Lesko, as he managed to come home in second, passing Grant at the end. Also found out later, had a broken toe link, had to repair it and start in the back on that last 10-lap run. Might expect more from Lesko, but this is a super speedway. Zach, anything can happen on this bad boy. Nobody's safe on the super speedway.
This is the great equalizer, Mean Gene. This is where really anyone can win, and what better example right now than our defending champion, Grant Applegate, qualifying in. He is actually putting down laps, and he has yet to put down, I think, one that he'd like. And that is also why I think this track is so interesting, because qualifying not quite as important here as it is other places, right? I think you'll see a lot of these field of 38 choose not to qualify here today. But this race is always such a fun one, Mean Gene, because truly anybody can win. Just about everybody on this grid in this roster had this one circled on their calendar, and that's why you're seeing such a big field here today, along with a lot of other reasons.
I'm also wondering if we're going to see some people choosing to start from the pit and have their own group. It only takes about 5 or 6 cars to create that same top speed from the draft that you get. So if 5 or 6 of these guys got together, they could absolutely avoid the main group and maintain that pace speed. 75 laps scheduled here today. I would imagine lap number 38
Nice.
will be the state. Yeah, you heard the wheels turning. Poor Zach, we got to open a window. The smoke came out of my ears and filled the booth. Trying to do a little bit of math there. And of course, we will see the top 5 drivers taking points for the stage. No caution scheduled. They'll keep driving straight on through here on the stage points being awarded. Also, no fast repairs. Remember, last year, season 5, Monday Night Mayhem adopted that amendment. That there will be none of that. Also, in addition to no fast repairs, we're also seeing other rules be implemented. Grats to NASCAR themselves.
Yes, sir.
For changing their playoff system. And now there's rumbling, won't be this year, but Monday Night Mayhem, currently, we do have the win and you're in, but Zach, it might disappear next season. So always on the move. John Beverly, the commissioner, keeping his ear to the ground, feeling the heartbeat of the racers. Lining up on the grid now. I think we should go to our partner.
Oh, yeah, let's get these things started first and foremost. That's a great idea, man, Gene.
And now, race fans, for the most famous words in motorsports, the star of Universal Pictures movie, I now pronounce you Chuck and Larry, Kevin James.
I just got 3 things to say. God bless our troops, God bless America, and gentlemen, start your engine!
Woo! It always hits different for the first time in the season, man, Gene.
Kevin must have been with you there on week 1. We didn't have him. Let's look at that.
Yeah, take a member.
Congratulations to Steve Lewis. Louis gonna take the pole. Gonna be joined on the Louis can't T-bone anybody from the front. Steve Richard Swingle gonna be starting in second. Good job, Phantom. Daniel Plant Smith, Team Delusional driver, gonna be in third. Wayne Newman, rookie, making his first start. But he's rocking that 69. Eric Gambrell going to be starting in 5th. Nate Lesko, second last week, starting in 6th. Michael Mata, super speedway expert, in 7th. The Undertaker, Tony Iverson, starting in 9th. Double nickel, Jared Kelly, going to be starting in 9th. Iverson's in 8th. Whoopsie daisy. High side hustler Eric Thornton, going to be starting in 10th. Tommy Fox, going to be starting in 11th. Jason Rochelle gonna starting off in 12th. Joe Volpus 13th. Farmer Zach Clausen gonna be 14th. The commish John Beverly 15th. Jonathan K. Severe, another super speedway expert, 16th. Dylan Tibbetts in the Taco Bell Toyota gonna be in 17. Lucas Alves gonna fire off from the 18th position. Zach Winstead, the Sim and Destroy factory driver, 19th today. Jose Medina gonna fire it off in 20th. Sponsor of the race, Brad Furrow, 21st. Grant Applegate, deep in the pack, 22nd. Nick Mills gonna be 23rd. J. Dargett, 24. Luke Wagner, hoorah, Marine, starting 25th.
Starting in 26th will be Hunter Hall of Daily Drivers Inc. Motorsports. 27th will belong to the past champion of this very league, Jack Sanders. Colin Bollinger, another champion here on Monday nights, will be starting in 28th. He is the first car not to qualify for these next cars. Did not put down time. They're going to be patient here, me and Gene, and they're going to wait till the end. Andrew Bollinger will be right behind Bollinger in 29th. In 30th will be Wyatt Mickelson, a rookie in a 900 number right there. Rayshawn Winfield will be in 31st place. Sean Walton is what he also goes by. Ryan Haller, another rookie, will be in 32nd. Lots of rookies, love to see that. Kenneth Redinger, a driver always we're excited to see, will be in 33rd. Same with Buddy Solly, 34th. Matt Nobel will be in 35th. Justin Parham will be coming up in 36th, and the last 2 cars in this 38-car grid will be Tom Lester and Joseph Amato. This thing is stacked, and it's a massive field, and there's a stupid amount of talent here, me and Gene.
I got Brandon Guerin on my grid. Did he not actually get into the race?
Or did I just not scroll hard enough? Let's see. Surprise! Oh, we got a Brandon Guerin here. I apologize, Brandon. Pop goes to Brandon.
You gotta scroll hard here on the Vortex Racing Network, because it's Dega, baby. Pace car moving out of the way. Steve Lewis, first pole of the year. Rich Swingle side by side. Plant Smith behind him. wait for the flag man to drop it. Rolling into the restart zone, drag flag waves, and there goes Lewis. Lewis on the inside. These drivers 2 by 2, 20 rows deep. Plant Smith is inside Louis' car, pushing him so hard, trying to get that 88 around. They're making their way inside lane, outside lane. Nobody getting an advantage. Zach, these guys tight up. All the drivers choosing to start. Oh, and it looks like a couple of drivers coming down. That's Gambrel making that move. Wonder if these guys are going to fade back and find their own group. Going into 3 inside lane. Looks great. Steve Lewis looking for some bonus points as he is still our leader. Rich Swingle is Louis lost the lead. That's Rich up front.
That is Rich Swingle taking the lead. 2 MRL veterans. I know Louis gets the pole, but yeah, a track like Talladega, that is by no means an advantage, as this track is unpredictable. And as you can see, that draft plays such a massive role as Wayne Newman, a newcomer, not really, I should say a newcomer to MRL, something that you guys have probably seen, the DDIRL and the BRL, going to take over that outside lane and a lead there. But you already saw really an aggressive driver in Eric Gambrel, someone who we've seen have a lot of testicular fortitude, me and Gene, not wanting any of this smoke, and that goes to show how intense it already is on lap 2 of the What's the Word Say 200 here at Talladega.
Eric Gambrel did qualify 5th. Great pit position in the pits, but drops down 20 to 25th. Up front, Rich Swingle has taken over the lead. Behind him, rookie Nate Lesko, Wayne Newman, Daniel Plant Smith, Steve Lewis still trying to make his name. Oh, Louis a little bit high. Oh, and Iverson backs off, doesn't bury Louis there on the back stretch. Inside lane, Swingle, Nesco. The 16 of Mata now moving up as well. How about Jared Kelly, Jason Rochelle making an appearance. Plant Smith on the outside, no help. Outside row fading, and we're 3 wide for the first time at Talladega.
It didn't take long, me and Gene. You saw Steve Lewis get a little bit bumped out of there by Tony Iverson, created the 3rd line, I think a little bit involuntarily, as you see them. Oh my gosh, as Lewis really wants to get back in that 2nd lane, doesn't want to lose more positions than he already has. That's our pole sitter, me and Gene. He's already out of the top 10. That goes to show how brutal Talladega could be. You see cars blinking. That's not helpful for anybody. This is already all types of intense, and these drivers are looking for positions early. This is a great one, and man, this field, Mean Gene, it is the who's who of all 3 of the leagues that we get to feature here on BRN right now. This is like an all-star race.
This is it. We're seeing MRL, BRL, and DDI all come together. The dream, Zach, is coming to fruition. This is exactly what we wanted to see, and here it is coming to life in front of our eyes. You know, I'm watching Louis drive, and the way he goes high on some of these turns, he must be from New Jersey, because that man is living on a prayer every time he forces it back down into the outside lane. Drivers being patient, backing off, but later in the race, if you try that move, you're going to go for a spin.
Yeah, and we talk all the time at other tracks about how there has to be some give and take, and sometimes it comes and goes. This really isn't one of those tracks, especially this early in the race. There has to be some give. If there isn't, it can be ugly for a lot of drivers all at once. We already talked about no more fast repairs, and look at this. Things already changing up front. Daniel Plant Smith going to take the lead. Michael Mata going to fall into the bottom. Looks like these drivers are preferring to be on the bottom lane right now. They're using the top to get there, Mean Gene, but once they do, they want to be right back there to the bottom. Michael Mata as well in that beautiful Huntra black and blue and purple race car, someone that we are very used to watching run up front here at these super speedways, as well as those 2 that are working the top lane right now.
Michael Mata, super speedway expert. He used that outside lane. Daniel Smith was pushing him, but as soon as Smith had the opportunity, he dropped down to the bottom, got ahead of Mata. Mata dropped down right behind him to follow him. And here goes that outside of lane again. High side hustlers living up to their name. Iverson and Thornton pushing the outside lane. 3rd car on the outside, Zach Clausen. No one is marked safe from Farmer here today. Inside lane, look how tight this racing is. This is fantastic. Zach, these guys are bumper to bumper making this push. And now also, here comes that 25 car in the middle pushing up as well. Great racing here early on lap number 6 at Talladega. in the What's the Word Say 200.
Yeah, to all those that were not familiar with this type of racing, that's already showing you just how quickly you can gain and lose positions. Our pole sitter clinging on to a top 20 position right now. The guy who led laps early in this race and took the lead from him, he is back in 5th place. Also, let's talk a little bit about the rookie over in 7th now in the 905 of Jesko. That's Nate Jesko in the Nesquik. He clearly did drink his milk today, Mean Gene, because he got up front early. He was running in 2nd place, and now it's got to be hard. This is the 2nd race of the season for Nate, 2nd race of his MRL Cup career. And what track besides Talladega and Daytona do you already need friends at, Mean Gene? So that adds another element of toughness here for that 905 rookie, doing a great job so far.
Tough job for the rookies coming into the league, not knowing everyone yet. But this is the race where you make your reputation. People are going to see how you drive, and they're going to think, you know what? I can work with that 35 next time. Or maybe under a caution, they pull them in their Discord. All kinds of things happening. Tell you what, though.
What just happened on your screen?
Galore. Look at inside how this group is all still one mass. Daniel Plant Smith taking a peek down low.
Daniel Smith below the apron now, Mean Gene. And did you see how Mata passed him?
I did not, but their top 2 cars are blinking at me. They're winking.
Okay, something bizarre happened here. Let's stick with this before I go back to it, because this is all types of messed up here, Mean Gene. You see,
look at Smith staying with him. Look at Plant Smith staying with him.
I know,
under
below
the
apron. That is some impressive driving. No banking down there. Plant Smith not going to lose too much track position. The reason why Plant Smith went back there, Mean Gene, that was I believe, a connection issue that did start with the 31, and the 31 Plant Smith doing the responsible thing. I'm going to try to find that footage for us, because that was one of the most bizarre things, if not the most bizarre thing we have ever seen on these broadcasts. Mean Gene, I can't even describe to you what that. We'll see if it even looks the same.
I'm excited to see it. I know my SDK just keeps like
screaming,
flopping like horse racing.
Oh yeah, our SDK. Like, is your computer smoking yet? Because mine is.
No, it's trying. All right, so lots of single file going on in the back. Up front, though, tons of blinking. You can see Mata on the outside, and now Tony Iverson, the Undertaker, has made his way up into the front. You know, there's a sigh of relief when you know that front bumper of the Undertaker can't get onto your bottom left. But also, you got to be sad because he's in the lead. Oh, a little bit of wiggle outside. You can see Alves does manage to make it back into line. Jake Dargett showing some patience. That's that rookie in that 906, allowing him to fall back into line without any issue. Other rookies up front, though, check him out, not going far away. Nate Lesko still putting on a show. He's running that 905 Nesquik Toyota.
And look who's worked his way back up front. Steve Lewis pushing up Mata. He's not going to take the inside. Alves going to follow, or Lucas Alves going to follow him through there. You see the teammates of Thornton and Iverson were trying to control that inside lane, not able to make a ton happen there. Those two usually so dominant at this type of racetrack. Still trying to be aggressive. Oh no, we got a car around me. G, we got a big one.
Flag is out.
Oh, and he's spinning. He's high though.
Oh no, the big one at Dega.
No, I think we're okay. Okay, well, how did Colin? What's going on with Colin?
Oh boy, that's gonna be a hard one to even look back at. We saw
Colin's
what
in
happens.
the pit.
Yep, Bollinger appears to be in the pit. A lot of cars. Oh, that was an ugly one.
Ugly, U-G-L-Y. You ain't got no alibi. Nick Mills also going into the pits as his black flag cleared. Beverly, the commissioner, had to go into the pits. Lots of people making use of the track.
We'll try to look at this
early.
And yeah, we're going to try to take a look at this. We saw our software freak out a little bit there. So let's see what we're able to see here. So the initial accident looks like Tony Iverson and the 15 come together there. I believe that's Alves, if I'm not mistaken.
I got Lewis Alves as a different number, but yeah, maybe, or one of the rookies.
Messing with us early in the season. We're used to that at this point, are we not? But shades of Ryan Newman at Daytona, right? The Ryan Newman, not our Ryan Newman.
Yeah, at least he didn't. Oh, and he came back down and gave a whack to the 25 of Sanders.
And that's the
Sanders comes down.
90 down the track there.
Did he pick up Mata?
Looks like Mata may have. No, he's there on the bottom of the track. He's getting through skate 3, and here's where we start to lose a little bit of this, Gene. Oh, I see Jared
Yeah.
Kelly going around actually though.
Yep.
Wow.
And there's that. Oh, who's in that Biffle car? They are also spinning.
They are, and yeah, as you can see, hard to get any real good footage of this, to be honest. Trying my best. There's a 908 there involved in this one.
Oh, we're live. I can hit rewind and be okay.
Oh yeah, so let me know what you're able to
forgot.
find, and what else we missed out on. I'll go back to live here, and what I'm going to do as well, Gene, during this caution here, I'm going to try to find that pass for the lead that I was telling you about.
You know what would be good is if I learned how to do instant replays.
That is a positive, but you know it's not a requirement.
Yeah.
All right, so those of you at home may be watching along with me here, and I'm gonna try to be finding something here. And I think those who may have seen it might be thinking, yeah, I gotta see that again too, because this was bizarre. Me and Gene trying to find Mata in this little thing here. Okay, so I believe it's right around this area here. That wreck, Mean Gene, that took out a lot of fast race cars.
Yeah, so the 15 is spinning. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, it was ugly, was it not?
Yeah, that is brutal.
Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, bear with me as I think that was that.
Investigative Mean Gene doing his thing.
Yeah, I'm giving it a go here. 25, the 901 is involved in that, the 909.
Wow. All right, so, okay, Mean Gene, check this out. Look at your video real quick of what we're showing on the broadcast. You have to see this. This is insane.
Wait, Dargett is the USMC 25.
Okay. Oh, that's not Jack Sanders anymore. Okay. All right, Mean Gene, you looking at this?
Yep.
All right, guys, watch this. So this was on lap 7. You have Daniel Plant Smith in the lead. You're going to see him blink out. So first, Plant Smith will blink out. Where did Plant Smith go, Mean Gene? I don't know. Where'd he go? It's just like Joe Logano. And then all of a sudden, he will reappear. And watch this.
Oh, he's in the car.
He was inside of Daniel. And that was just about the cleanest pass I've ever seen, right? Didn't even have to change lanes.
Amazing. Oh, that was something. But at least, you know, sometimes they forgive you and sometimes they don't. And
Right.
luckily, iRacing didn't
Gods
punish us too
smiled
badly
upon them
for that.
It looks like a few cars already doing some math here, Mean Gene, going in for their second pit stop. A handful of race cars right here. It could be a little more damage repair, as we saw about, I don't know, a third of the field collected in that incident, one way or the other. But I do think as well, Mean Gene, with the stage points paying out on lap 38, this could be the time where you are starting to think about, can I make it here on fuel if I pit right now? We saw how gentle track position is and how easy it is to make up for that. So definitely could be part of that here.
Wow. So cautions galore here early. Big wreck. That's what we're accustomed to. That's why they call it the home of the big one. First wreck of the day, though, here on lap number 12. Pace car making its way around. You can see most of the field still rolling. We'll have to see which cars, though, are crippled at this point. I still see a few cars in the pit. Looks like Rochelle, Parham, and Sanders still down there. Parham coming out now.
Yeah, we
Amato.
got a lot of damaged cars for sure.
The 901 and Mickelson took some serious damage there.
Yeah, we have Jared Kelly in the pits. Grant Applegate, the defending champion, is in the pits. Joseph Amato, Alves, Jason Rochelle, a driver that I was very excited to see. Mean Gene has been very strong over in the DDIRL MRL league on Wednesdays already. But yeah, that just goes to show how brutal Talladega can be. And one thing that did surprise me a little bit, Mean Gene, was just how aggressive they were with that no fast repair.
Well, I would think, though, after 12, you start to think, oh, there is give and take. I can make this move. They're
Right.
going to let me in. And it's just not how it went down. Up front now, we see Michael Mata, Tony Iverson, a couple of names we're used to seeing up in the front here today. Rich Swingle, Eric Thornton on the second row. Louis gonna be 5th, Nate Lesko 6, Brad Furrow 7, Case of Beer 8, Farmer 9, Hunter Hall into the top 10. Pace car is off. Keep an eye on Mata on the outside row as the control car. We've seen the outside roll be a little bit quicker, but people jump down low immediately. Away we go, outside lane. Mata Swingle making it work. Iverson on the inside looking for a little help from teammate Thornton. Mata dips down to the apron, abandoning Swingle, and now it's Mata with the speed of Thornton and Iverson. Iverson gonna take a look up high immediately, and now Iverson leads the outside row coming out of 2. Backstretch, it is a drag race as the front 6 seem to be in their own little group.
Yeah, definitely a lot more. I mean, like, so much more separation than the first restart there, Mean Gene. As you see, 2 kind of mini packs already starting to form. You have Mata versus Iverson in the top and bottom here, leading this race. Swingle still holding strong, and I think you're going to see a lot of that number 1 race car of Eric Thornton up front here. He is such a good super speedway racer. But here we go, Mean Gene. The aggression looks pretty much still there, but the field already looking fairly thinned out.
Yeah, we're going to see, I think, those catch up pretty quickly. Outside lane right now in the front has 4 cars pushing, 2 cars trying to catch up, but not enough speed to deal with the bottom. You can see Gambrel quickly jump down, 7th car in this bottom row. Iverson now, though, making great progress as your leader, getting that push from Mata and Eric Thornton. You got to go back to the 4th row to see the outside lane starting to form, and it is forming quite nicely. 7, 8 cars out there, Zach. I think if they could use the side draft, we might actually see a little bit of progress. But right now, inside lane looking beautiful. Case of beer, though, thinking I'll lead this outside lane.
Case of beer. Oh, wow, real close there, Mean Gene. And we're seeing that inside lane on the exits, the corners, and they're always for that tri-oval, right? Looking sketchy right now. They're getting very, very loose. But Case of beer, no surprise to see him having the guts right there to try to lead that outside lane, but it really did fall apart quick there as we're already seeming to come across some lap traffic, likely damage. We'll see how that works out. But yeah, look at that, Mean Gene. That's how little it takes for that outside lane to completely fall apart, and we might have a choo-choo train here still, or soon. We'll see who is impatient here. But that outside lane has been really strong here, Mean Gene. It seems like the best way to get to the front, even though these guys love to be on the inside once they do get there.
Lucas Alves, the number 15, is the lapped car getting eaten up by this big group.
Yep.
Gambrel wants to get back down. Zach Clausen not going to let him. Gambrel, wise to know, Farmer ain't going to give it up. Gambrel and Clausen, Xbox veterans racing together. Gambrel knew hot well, Zach, that boy would have wrecked him before he gave up that position.
Yes, sir. And now he has Matt Novella pushing him. Novella has a lot of wins at these type of tracks, and he is very experienced there. A good
Look at the
pusher.
outside form, dude. Look at that.
Yep. And what do we always talk about, Mean Gene, is the roster of what you have in your line, right? How good of drivers at this type of racing do you have in your line? And, oh, boy, you got to be excited about Eric Gambrel, Matt Novella, and Jonathan Casabir.
Yeah, Novella, Gambrel, also a couple of Xbox guys that know each other. Then you add in Case of Beer with the lots of super speedway experience, knows how to push, and most importantly, knows where not to push. You don't want to give your buddy the little bump in the middle of that tri-oval. You don't want to give it to him halfway through the turn, and that's something you're not going to see out of a veteran like Case of Beer.
Yeah, I completely agree, Mean Gene. It really is even bigger sometimes than how to be faster, how to make moves, is how to survive, when to push, when not to create incidents, and how to develop that trust. Like you were talking about earlier, this is a great place to make friends, and you can make friends within this race that will pay off later. And the best way to do that is to develop trust, to show them, I know when to push you, to make sure that you are comfortable, but just as much, I know when not to. I know how to get us up front, and I also know how to make sure that I don't wreck you along the way.
25 cars in that lead lap, in that lead group. And then you've got a slight jump back to a Jack Sanders led group behind them. Couple of faders in that lead group, though, trying to hold on, but you know how quickly it is to fall apart. Right now, we're looking at 24 of Bolander as the last group in that group of 25. Gonna need to tighten it up a little bit, but that's when the wreck occurs, when you're trying to catch up, when you're trying to make that push. But look at that. That lead group of 25, they're turning 50.15, 50.2. You go back to 26, they're turning a 50.6. So already see that group struggling. Oh, Gambrel, there's no help up there.
Yeah, looks like Gambrel, similar to what happened to Steve Lewis in the first run, may have been a little bit shoved out of there, got a push he didn't like, and that's going to send him to that third lane, praying that someone will come and help him out, but so far, no friends for him. And I see another car blinking up front, Gene. I believe they're back, but we'll find out. But Gambrel, you see how many positions that's going to cost you, and even with this slicing and dicing between this group, they are still, like you said, running considerably faster laps than that group behind him. That just goes to show the power of the draft. This many cars together really creates some fast top speeds, and that group up front, that single file group going about 6-7 cars, Gene, man, if they're not careful behind them, they could break away soon too as well.
Yeah, they have got to find a way to at least maintain the pace. No caution at the stage award lap. So they're going to have to find another way to keep up. Now, the pits, especially a green stop pit, great opportunity to make up position. But really the danger there is if you blink, you could lose that group you're running with. And if this group in the front splits up, they could get picked up by the second group, and that might be that opportunity. But look at that gap. You can definitely see just how far that first group has pulled away. 25 cars in that lead lap, still led by Tony Iverson, Mata, Eric Thornton, Nate Lesko, Brad Furrow now, race sponsor, making his way up into the top 5. So lots of speed. Plant Smith on the outside starts to fade back. Inside lane getting really attractive here on lap 21.
Looks like something created a big checkup on that inside lane there, Gene, because Daniel Smith made a big move to the outside. He went there in a hurry, and he picked up 4 or 5 positions right there. Now Michael Mata, you see flirting a little bit with Tony Iverson, saying, "Hey, buddy," just trying to make sure he's not comfortable. You never know. At any moment, I might go up there and take that lead up top or make that move. And look what that move by Plant Smith did mean, Gene. It regained confidence in that top lane. It convinced Steve Lewis to come up there, and now we have something formed. We may even go 3 wide here.
Yep, 3 wide on accident back there, and it's Farmer once again being stuck in the middle. But 5 cars, you can see Lewis, Plant, Smith, Parham, all trying to make the outside work. Louis, little bit of wiggle, gonna need to start side drafting. Finally pulls next to Lesko. They're 4 rows back, trying to make it work, but plenty of cars on the outside, in my opinion, now to start to pull forward on that inside lane.
And we nearly have 2 lanes all the way up front, doing an amazing job together as that top lane right now. I was curious if the rookie of Lesko was going to pop up there, Gene, and try to lead that top lane. But as you can see, we already talked about it. He is doing very much what an intelligent rookie does. He is running up front and being responsible and not doing anything crazy, and he's earning trust. And here we go. We got to lap a few of these slower cars that were in that wreck. That's great. Applegate and Joseph Amato, they're going to hug that top, and they're going to hope they can latch onto this draft here, Gene, but you can just see how big that speed difference is. That's going to be really tough for them as that top lane continues to try to have to push so hard to try to stay with that bottom, and that's how these problems might arise here.
Look at the pushes Amato was giving Grant to get him to go. It's like, buddy,
this is our chance.
We're in the wall. Chill, man. Chill.
And Amato said, "Yeah, let's go. This is them. We need to get them."
Yeah, Applegate's like, I know how to ride the wall, and this is not it. Calm down back there.
Yeah, don't teach me how to do this.
That's right. I gotta. He did the
and here we go, another lap one.
The Jerry Reed and Waterboy. He waved the ring at him. He's like, look. See the ring? Chill, pal. Oh, and look up front. Another car looks like it's off the pace, ducking
down. He's going to
use
the apron, Gene. That's never an exciting moment for the field, but great job there by that 903 going on a lap down. That appears to be another one of our rookies, Luke Wagner right there, or Wagner. I apologize if I'm butchering your last name, but doing a very responsible job there. It's hard to tell. He was on the inside. Maybe thought there'd be enough time for him to the top. There wasn't, so his best choice was to go below the apron. That's what he did. I mean, that field, we've both been there before. Gene, that comes at you a lot quicker than you expect when you're looking at your relative, waiting for yourself to get lapped, wanting to catch that field and stay with them to keep that draft.
Yeah, luckily Mean Gene Money leads all races, so I always see the danger coming. Not a problem, but I could see it for other people, especially when you're chasing you know, when I'm drafting and I'm letting you stay that close to me, and then I swerve at the last minute, I know it can be a little bit hair raising. Outside lane, still 5 rows deep, cannot get it together. Only 3 cars still on that outside lane, and then a slight gap to
Smith,
3 more. He is a pusher, man.
He's a man on a mission right now.
Oh, no, and look at this. Brad Furrow gets pushed out. Furrow now finding himself looking in, trying to look at the third row. Third row not yet developing, and so that's going to push our sponsor all the way back. That's that 902 Ford of Brad Furrow falling back into line now, but not disheartening. He's still in the lead group, and we've seen guys go up and down throughout the race. He just needs to tag back into this group and make his way up. I mean, after all, look at the last 2 cars in that group.
Yeah,
Colin Bollinger,
exactly,
and Andrew Bolander.
Furrow has nothing to worry about there. He got that sponsor some airtime right there, and yeah, big thank you to Brad Furrow for sponsoring this race, the What's the Word Say 200. Inevitably, I'm sure we'll have another caution, and we'll be able to bring Brad in the booth for a little bit, and he can tell us a little bit more about that sponsor, but he's doing a great job right now. Again, Brad Furrow, another one of those 900 numbers, a rookie, still trying to get to know the drivers in this league, and this is one of the best races to do so, but it's also, we very much know this, it's the best race that makes them enemies, Mean Gene, so you got to be careful here. Brad Furrow doing an exceptional job so far.
All right, so that second group has 9 cars in it, trying to catch up, needing a little bit of help. That group.
Oh, no, Jose Medina.
That's looks like Newman is in that group. There's Farmer.
Oh no, Swingle in this one as well. Swingle having such a good run. He's led laps today.
Look at that.
Bollinger
gave a little lap to Wagner. That was that.
That was. Familiar from last week in a different league, Mean Gene. But let's take a look at what went wrong there for our drivers, and then we'll try to do this quick. So we just teased it. Might as well try to get Brad Furrow in here now. But let's see here what happened. And I think this started. I saw Jose Medina go sideways first, and let's see if I can find out.
What are you doing? Oh, your face. Look at Farmer. You don't drive that way, Farmer.
Oh man, and this is Talladega being Talladega, Mean Gene. It's the story as old as time. Here we go. Keep your eye on that 54 orange and black and white car on the inside of Jose Medina. That's Jose Medina right there. And there he is getting turned by the 27 into the 43. And now it's about to get ugly.
Yep. 01 gets caught up in that. That's John Beverly.
T-Bone City, baby.
And Farmer up there. Gambrel going low to avoid it. There's the case of beer Pepsi down below.
And whenever you guys at home see that blinking, it means that we're trying out new technology here on VR. And oh no, look at that, Mean Gene. Swingle was clear of it. He gets tagged last second by the 43. Up the track, Swingle goes. Hits
Not
the wall.
safe from Farmer.
Never safe from Farmer. Hits the wall very solidly. Going to be some big hits. I don't think as egregious as the last one, though, Mean Gene. We'll have to see.
Yep.
All right, so we will bring in our sponsor. I'll get him in here for you, Mean Gene, if I can find Mr. Tony Furrow. And well, he'll be in a good mood because as far as I can tell, I believe he survived that wreck. That was a scary one. And how annoying would that be when you're someone like Furrow there? When you are, you know, you were just running up front, you get shuffled back, and then suddenly that wreck happens then, right?
Yeah, not what you want to see. But, I mean, you might feel lucky. After all, the wreck is unfurling in front of you.
Exactly.
And then all of a sudden, you get to hide in the back. You see it happen. You can pull the parachute, one might say, duck down low, and avoid all of that activity. So, still waiting to see. You know, they're doing a lot of work on these cars, figuring out the math. Remember, end of lap at 38. We're going to award stage points as well. So, I imagine calculators are out in the hands of a lot of these drivers as they are trying to figure out exactly what they're going to do. Wow, that was just an insane wreck. All right, so up front now is the 69 of Wayne Newman, running his first race here today. Going to get points for leading.
Hey, bud. I'm gonna see if I can connect you with us real quick. Or can you join? Can you join like any room in the Discord or in the MRL Discord real quick?
Hello.
Yeah, you got me.
I got you.
Can you join like
Just leave it on. Just leave it on.
him in a bit? Discord's being mean to us right now.
Mean, bully, mean.
I know.
You know why? Because the Discord needs the Church of God as well, because it is just being a bully. As it was this track just now, seeing what happened to some of those drivers. 32 cars still on the lead lap. Lucas Alves being shown as 1 lap down. Grant Applegate 2. And then the car lot begins. Wyatt Mickelson, Luke Wagner, Joe Amato, Jay Dargett only made it 10 laps, as did Jason Rochelle. Rochelle has disconnected, so he has absolutely had enough of this. Joe Amato, I'm also hearing that the number 19 Chevrolet has called it a day. So 2 guys have gone down in this race so far. Pace car still leading us around. You can see Matt Novella finally coming out of the pit, getting a little bit more fuel there on lap number 29. And we're getting ready to go green here on lap number 30. Boys racing to 38. 38.
Right now, 38.
That's when those stage points will be awarded. So everybody's got the fuel to make it. They just got to try to avoid the caution, avoid the Noid up front. Great day here in Talladega, by the way. This track is perfect. Fans excited. And, between you and me, I can't wait to go see this thing. Got my April tickets, and I got my October tickets.
I am jealous, my friend.
Oh, yeah. All right, pace car out of the way. Wayne Newman is the control car, rolling it around in front of the Budweiser stand. That's where I sit. And into the restart zone. Away we go. Great start there by the inside row. Wayne Newman with the jump. Gonna bring Thornton and Lesko with him. Outside lane, a little bit slower. Michael Mata falls into the inside. Gonna bring Iverson with him. Plant Smith stuck out there by himself, looking to get some help from Nick Mills. Inside lane, though, 5 cars, 6, 7 cars moving away. Looks like Newman, Thornton, Lesko. Michael Mata now looking high. Let's go 3 wide.
Tony Iverson, per usual, having none of it. And here we go. We're going to go 3 wide right away. Michael Mata, he thought it was going to be a second lane situation. And Tony Iverson said, nope, psych. And we're about to go 3 wide, maybe 4. Oh, my goodness. Let's go. We have 8 to go in this stage here, as our scoreboard says. And you can tell right now the pay window is open. And my goodness, Mean Gene, I cannot say enough good things about the rookie of Nate Jesko. What a job that 905 has done.
Outside lane trying to work. Look at that. Daniel Plant Smith jumped up there to help Iverson. Nobody else went with him. Front lane, 5 cars deeper than the inside lane. Newman, Thornton, Lesko, Guerin. Jose Medina also in that group. Outside lane looks like it's being led by Nick Mills, perhaps. But now Brandon Guerin goes up there to make it easy for me to read it out.
Yeah, that makes it far easier for us. It looks like Gambro's going to want some of that too. That outside lane, they're going to have to go fast. They're going to have to find some friends quick, and I would not be surprised if they would find some takers for that to go 3 wide here, because you've got to get positions. And this place, unlike Daytona a little bit, Mean Gene, the room is there. It's easier to go 3 wide here, but my goodness, look at this field. Grip does not seem to be at as much of an abundance as it normally is here at Talladega. These boys are slipping and sliding.
Yep, Nick Mills is that 3rd car on the outside. Jonathan Quesabeer, 4th car on the outside, pushing hard, and that's going to push Guerin up into the front. Guerin, Mata, Mills, Quesabeer, inside lane. Newman trying to battle back as Thornton and Lesko. Medina, 4th car on the inside. Outside lane gets a little loose. Nick Mills, he is feeling generous, and he lets Michael Mata back into line. But here comes the inside. Outside, much more organized.
My goodness, Mean Gene, they're dancing like it's Dancing with the Stars right now. Look at all these cars. These pushes are so sketchy. In the 57 of Brandon Guerin, the goose is on the loose in that Affleck car, doing a great job. But Michael Mata has been so hungry. He's going to look to the inside. He's going to try to lead this lap. There is the start-finish line right there, further than it is. And oh my gosh, what a move by Mills. Just absolutely moves Guerin out of the way, followed by Quesabeer. Now we're going to go potentially 3 wide. He's going to need a taker soon if he wants to have any help, or he's going to fall all the way back here, Mean Gene. So delicate his track position at Dega.
He needed a taker, but he didn't get the undertaker as Iverson left him out to drive and drove on by. Now he's going to jump in front of the 901 of Mickelson. Mickelson says, I'm faster, but finds out he isn't. And now it's Mickelson outside. Louis swerving up to make it an exciting race as well.
Why not?
As he finally fall back in. Oh, after that effort right there, you can see that he fell all the way back to 17th, did Brandon Guerin, falling in line in front of the 26 of Hunter Hall. Up front, 5 laps until we're going to call this stage, and it's still Mata and Mills doing battle. Mills on the inside, getting the push from Newman. Outside lane, teammates Mata and Quesabeer finally hooking up. 3rd car is Kenneth Redinger in that 42 Lowe's Chevrolet. Inside lane now with the push. Lesko, 4th car, Medina, 5th car. Lots of action up front, as after that caution, we have tightened right back up into a huge battle.
We talk so much about friends and teams in these races, and that outside lane is sitting pretty right now, because I can guarantee you that Mata and Quesabeer are working together. Look at those big pushes down the back or down the front stretch here. So much trust between those 2 drivers. Guarantee you they're in the Discord together, and that's why they're so often up front in these races. Teamwork's so important, and that's what it'll do for you. So that's one thing about that top lane right there, Mean Gene, is Quesabeer is not going to be taking Michael Mata 3 wide anytime soon. Well, inside them, no such situation there with Nick Mills and Newman.
Oh, they'll dip right below and say, no, I didn't go under the line. It's fine. Everything's fine here. How are you?
Exactly.
27 lead lap
They want the
cars
bottom,
in
Mean
that
Gene.
first group. Oh, he's dying. Don't you do it.
What a save by Quesabeer.
Wow, Quesabeer and Mata having a dance. Nick Mills right there to say, get out of my lane. And he does.
Oh my gosh.
And now look up front. Mata picks up, blocks Mills up top. Now bottom lane, Quesabeer, no help from Newman. What a move as Mata tries to block the whole field.
The goal there for MC Motorsports of Quesabeer and Mata was to control both lanes. That's what they wanted to have happen there. They got a little greedy there, Mean Gene, and they paid the price. Now it's still on the inside lane. You still have Quesabeer pushing Mata, but Nick Mills now on the outside, and they're clear. They want the inside because he has Nick Thornton pushing him. They're going to make that move. We'll have to see here going into 3.
Inside lane, though, holding strong. Looks like Mills content to let Thornton give him a push. Has Redinger and the 97 of Swingle out there. Iverson, 4th car. Plant Smith, the 5th car on the outside. Outside lane proved to be fastest early. 3 wide. Iverson looking to bury Mata. Gets by, as does Plant Smith. The 16.
Oh, no. The rookie's in it, Mean Gene.
Not Lesko. He's still spinning. Hold on, brother.
Hold on, but Jose Medina part of that one too. 44.
There's Tibbetts in the Taco
Tibbetts
Bell
in that one
Toyota.
too. Oh no, Mean Gene, and that will likely be the stage.
Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy.
It's so good until it isn't. Am I right?
Yep. Oh, look at people spinning, dude.
Well, let's take a look at where this started. I think it may have been Case of Beer. We'll keep our eye on the 73 Pepsi Cola. And now it is. He gets the 69 gets into him right there. Newman into Case of Beer. And it all just begins below, or above him, I should say. Oh, Gambrel, Medina, and Jesco, the rookie, who is having such a good race.
Yep. Let's see if Gambrel gets through that thing. Looks like he kind of does.
He does. Yeah,
Looks
it's like,
Lesko. Looks like Mickelson coming up. All right. All right.
could have been worse.
You know, we're rolling. There's still 4 tires on it. There's an engine in the hood.
All the fenders are still there. Yeah, so I mean, like, man, for where that was in the field, the level of intensity in the pack, I think they kind of got away with it a little bit there, me and Gene.
Yeah, I'm looking at a replay right here. It looks like car's just getting a little bit sketchy. Oh my word. Louis going 3 wide with Medina and Lesko. Medina comes down, hits the 905. Lesko was just driving. Louis gets away.
Always.
The 54 T-bones Lesko. Eric Gambrel, it's a combo. 46 into the 54 T-bone Lesko. Oh, Lesko sideways into the wall. Guerin gets around that, back down the track. Wow, that did not pick up as many people as I thought it would.
No, it really, like, all things considered, you could definitely say they got away with it, right?
Wow, that was impressive. So, yeah, a little 3-wide action between Lesko on the apron, Medina and Louis. And then Louis Medina touched. Medina came back down, hit Lesko on the apron. And then all three, those 2 guys caught up. And Louis drives away.
Louis is quite good at wreck avoidance. I mean, Gene, as it looks like this is going to bring in just about the entire field. So that also, I think it very much answers our question about whether or not that was a stage, right?
I believe so. This is lap 39, so that is going to call it. Wow.
And these are, not surprisingly, I should say, excuse me, splashes of fuel only, mean Gene. Tires not of the a priority there. Oh, as you see, Iverson letting some people by. He may have sped there. If you're going to speed anywhere, this would be the track to do it. And I also want to shout out Tony Iverson for getting rid of that stupid Tilconey paint scheme. I love the shark one, too. I'm just happy not to see Tilconey on there anymore.
Yeah,
the show sucks.
I was just thinking about the Verb killing Tony Iverson.
Oh, yeah, I think that also, people very much did that.
There's a few people that were probably like, that's an open invitation, and I'm going to get away with it in a court of law.
I think a lot of people were like, yeah, say less.
Yeah. You want that done? I mean,
why not?
I see my name as a notch on your belt from last year. I'm going to get you.
Or just made you think of Tony Hitchcliff, and you're like, I'm going to wreck that guy.
And
I'm sorry to all our viewers who like that funny comedian.
Yeah. All right, so we are slowly getting it back together after our third caution.
Third caution of the day, and and they've all been big ones, Mean Gene, and that one it was a big one that just didn't clip a lot of cars. Ooh, what's up?
Case of Beer disconnects.
Really? That's
end of day for the 73.
So he was rear-ended to kind of, kick off that wreck, Mean Gene, but maybe
Nate Lesko parks it.
Well, hopefully Nate, if you watch this, would love to continue to have you as a rookie. What an impressive drive from the rookie, Mean Gene, and especially we're gonna learn, I think, a lot more about Lesko's. I don't mean this in a disrespectful way or anything, but talent on other tracks, right? But when you come to tracks like this and you're running up front the way Lesko was today as a rookie, what you need to do is be clean, be predictable, be trustworthy, and just have a high racing IQ. And I would give him a 10 out of 10 and A+ on that. And he was just like everyone else is at these races, typically, Mean Gene, collected something that he had nothing to do with.
Yep, he was riding the apron thinking,
Doing
oh,
the right
I
thing.
can pull the plug. Yeah, I'll pull the parachute if anything goes bad.
Yep. Fortunately,
But
parachutes don't always
instead-
work at 200.
No, they do not. They're just a little bit too low to the ground. We're under caution here on lap number 41. You're watching the Vortex Racing Network. What's the word say? 200 at Talladega Speedway. Mean Gene Money, Zach Panzarella in the booth, bringing you all the action as we are under our third caution, waiting to see. Eric Thornton up front has chosen the outside lane. Richard Swingle, pole sitter, joining him, or second to start the race, still second now on the inside. Kenneth Rediger, Tony Iverson on the second row. Justin Parham led 40 laps here at Talladega last year, so no surprise to see that 18 Chevrolet up front. Steve Lewis going to be in 6, McMills 7, Brandon Guerin 8, 6-7, Sean Walker
6-7,
in
6-7.
9, and Daniel Smith is in 10th. Michael Knott is still rolling, but now without his teammate, as Nate Lesko, as Jonathan Quesabir has called it a day. Looks like Medina is going to move to the back of the pack. A little bit more damage on that car than the 54 would like. So he asked if he could go to the rear.
Makes sense.
And they absolutely did that. Yeah, you don't want to get caught up in the middle of
Smart
this
man.
thing. You just want to ride around and pray for a caution to get a little bit more repair done on the vehicle. So pace car is getting ready to pull out of the way. Either that or it just dropped the hammer for no reason. There he goes, out of the way. Let's keep an eye on Eric Thornton. Thornton is your control car, choosing the outside lane with Swingle on the
get there, buddy.
inside. Iverson going to be pushing Thornton on the outside. Teammates didn't count down very well because they're not together.
Swingle way too far
Thornton,
back.
A little bit of a run. Swingle fading there. Iverson now. Thornton and Redinger on the outside drop down and left behind their buddy Tony Iverson. Iverson now
Where'd he
thinking,
go?
wait,
Oh my God.
why is Swingle between us? Outside lane. Here comes Louis. Louis with friends charging on the outside. One of them's blinking. Watch out.
Aaron blinking. Oh, whoa. Did you see that?
He's in him.
These boys have gotten intimate today. I mean, they've gotten to know each other in a whole new way here at Talladega. Sometimes that does it. I've heard some weird things have happened in the infield. I didn't know they happened on the racetrack too. But there we go again. Man, I've never seen such a lucky connection issue in my entire life.
Wow, I always thought it was football where he yelled go deep, but Brandon Guerin right there went deep all right. All right, so we're single
All the
file
way.
after the panic attack. I think I need brown pants. Outside lane has disappeared, but there's still a couple of guys thinking that they can make it work. They're on the outside.
Yeah, they are, me and Gene, and like we've talked about, I really do think that's where you make progress is the outside. But wow, oh boy, look at that
into
from Michael
Iverson.
Yeah, I'm not sure if that was just a clear by the spotter when it clearly was not. Clearly a misjudgment there by Michael Mata and Iverson. Not the most even-tempered of drivers in this league, but he has grown. He has grown a lot, Mean Gene. So this is another personal test for the 13 driver. But boy, oh boy, I would be fuming right now if I was in that racing seat.
Wow, kindler, gentler Tony Iverson still following in pace, not getting that close. Behind Iverson, you can see the 19. That is Amato still rolling, but Amato is a few laps down. No, who is the 19? That's a rookie with a crazy number.
They hate us, Mean Gene. They're just trying to make it hard on us in the beginning of the seasons, like they always do. Like we're not going to learn. Look at them being 4 wide back there for no reason. For 25th, I love this.
Yeah, go Farmer. Farmer, you're going to win it right there.
Yes,
sir.
Lap 40 of a 75 race in 25th. That is when you go. That is when you go.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I thought he was going to win it right there. That was a big move.
Well, absolutely was. I mean, Gene, as these boys, I mean, they think it's the last lap. Look at this, pushing and shoving up front. Richard Swingle with a phenomenal drive so far today, but I guess we shouldn't be surprised. Let's not forget, Swingle did visit Victory Lane last time we visited Super Speedway here in this league.
Yeah, Rich, plenty of speed up there. They don't call him the Phantom for nothing. And he's putting on a display on the outside lane. Iverson, second car, the
Uh-oh.
35. Oh, Mata.
Over it. Or maybe
Mata's
forced
like,
to be over
"No,
it. Maybe they're over him.
Y'all are psycho. I'm out.
So Mata out of the mix now, and there goes Iverson doing Iverson things. What a move to the inside, Mean Gene. The 35 gonna try to follow him. I think that's
That's Sean Walton.
That's Sean Walton.
You dirty. Why are you doing this to me? That's his third number in 2 seasons.
He doesn't even get the 6-7 joke anymore. Behind him, we're going 3 wide with Nick Mills and Swingle. And you got the 42 there as well of Kenneth Redinger. Redinger really strong in one of his, as you could say, sporadic MRL appearances recently, but always so strong when he is here. Man, this thing is getting up Tats up front. It really, the volume of the cars hasn't really affected just how hard these guys are going, Mean Gene.
No, you can see outside lane trying to get it back together, falling in 19. Nick Mills, second car on the outside. There's Swingle, Justin Parham, Daniel Plant Smith, outside lane working. There's the 24 of Andrew Bolander. So Team Delusional starting to catch up to this front of the pack.
And look how bad these guys want the outside lane suddenly. Steve Lewis just got 3 positions on the inside because Thornton, Redinger, and I believe it was the 19 as well there. I think that's Parham, all went to the top, and Steve Lewis is like, well, don't mind if I do. And now he gets to be third in line. Such a sense of urgency right now, I mean, Gene, to be on that top line. And let's see what Thornton does with it now. He now has the lead. Does he want the bottom back, or is he going to stick up there? Here we go.
Well, I think it matters how hard Redinger pushes him.
Right.
If Redinger and Parham can give him light touches, I think he'll stay in the lead. Speaking of light touches, how about Sean Walton having Tony Iverson's life in the palm of his hand? Front row finally gets taken out. You can see Thornton and Redinger do dip down. That's going to turn the outside lane over to Parham and Nick Mills.
Big move.
Now the 42. Big move by Redinger. Jumping up top. Wants to get the push. Parham in a Redinger in a race with Thornton. Mills with a big push as well. Outside lane is on a mission.
Redinger must have wanted to be paired up with Parham there, Mean Gene, because what he just created was he just let 2 teammates link up together. He was the car in between Thornton and Iverson, who are going to work together now. So Redinger must have wanted to be with Parham, and there they are, push each other hard. Clearly either a lot of trust in each other or just Redinger being sick of being anywhere but first and wants to take the lead of this race, and he knows the best way to do it is to use that outside lane and do it just how Thornton did. Curious to me also, Mean Gene, you use the outside to get the lead, but then you go back to the bottom. It must just go to show how uncomfortable that top lane is right now.
I think you really have to be careful about who is pushing you. That is the secret to success on Talladega. Right now, there are 17 lead lap cars that are in that front group. Last one being Hunter Hall, running in that 26 Hellhound Chevrolet. Look 3 wide again, just for a good time.
Another thing to note too, Mean Gene, that also adds another element of difficulty for these drivers in this type of racing is he'll probably do it again. That 20 and Nick Mills, third car back on the outside lane there. He every time down the front stretch, Mean Gene, he kind of pokes his nose towards the middle. It looks like he's trying to go 3 wide, but he's done it about 6 or 7 laps in a row now, and it just dawned on me. He's not, there it is right there. He's not trying to go 3 wide. He's trying to cool off his engine. He is third in line. If you spend that much time pushing as hard as he is that far back in the field, you will blow your engine, and Patrick will not fix that either. So Nick Mills trying to be mindful of that, and now it looks like he's going to get all the clean air he wants as everyone going to the inside lane, and now Nick Mills gets to lead the outside.
Has been pushing most of this race, now finds himself in the lead on the outside. Rich Swingle giving him the energy to keep up with that inside group. And then you can see the 98 of Joe Volpes, third car on the outside. First time we've mentioned Joe here. Joe, great success on super speedways, has been very patient about making his way into this lead group. The way they've been dicing it, I don't blame the man at all. Oh, Mata 3 wide on the outside.
Who else but Michael Mata to create that situation? So much belief in his ability at these tracks and so much confidence, but right there, no help, no one to go with him, and not a good time. He likely didn't see that, but we're coming up on lap traffic, and that's gonna take up that third line. So you really don't want to show up to them in a 3-lane or 3-wide situation, as that lap car actually is gonna go below the apron. Seeing a lot of that we haven't seen in the past. That's some impressive driving by these guys, Mean Gene. That is a lot more difficult than it looks.
Yeah, they do not want any trouble.
That's J-Bev right there.
The 01 of Beverly in the White Castle Ford saying, no, don't want it.
Ultra talented move there by Bev.
Yeah, he didn't want to mess with that. So meanwhile, it still looks like cars trying to stay on the lead lap, but they are closing in. Next group is going to be Medina, and looks like he's getting a little push from Applegate. Applegate being shown 2 laps down, but Applegate is the first car that is laps down. That will change once they catch Jose Medina. And now Brad Furrow brought it into the pits. That's the 902 Ford. He was in that second group on the lead lap. Not sure exactly what's happening there, but Furrow finding himself there in the pit.
Yeah, definitely interesting there for Brad Furrow. To see him in the pits there, maybe some damage that he didn't want to deal with. We'll have to find that out. We will have the opportunity to talk to Furrow at some point today. Right now, we have a caution out, Mean Gene. We have a caution out. Looks like Haller off track. One of our rookies. I'll try to get that on screen here. Yeah, we're going straight to the replay, Mean Gene. Let's take a look at what happened here. And we are under caution here for 4th time at Talladega. Oh!
Loose.
And just like we said, it's so easier said than done, or it looks easy to be below that apron. What created? Oh my goodness, Mean Gene. There was a whole part of this movie that we missed. All right, so let's go a little bit further up this field here. Think about right here. So let's watch from here. All right. Look towards the middle here. Maybe where that Nas car is. Oh, there it is. Oh, the 905 is back on track, Mean Gene, but
no, this is an old.
Oh, this is an old wreck, actually. Oh, that's actually. We're still getting used to this news. I apologize. We're getting used to
All
new
right,
software.
so check
here.
it out. I saw what happened.
Here
I
it
also
is.
saw what happened to Brad Furrow.
Oh,
It was Medina, got him.
did he? Oh, and Mean Gene, this was a pretty big one that brought under caution. Oh, this is a big one. I apologize for that mix-up there, and I apologize for Ricky having to relive that. But look at this, Mean Gene. And Medina was in this one. Yeah, you're right. What happened here?
Oh,
They're catching Medina.
Jose's off the pace. Brandon Guerin trying to gets to wiggling. Taps into the rear of Medina, forces him up. Medina is going to get right into Swingle.
No.
In front of Guerin.
Affleck. All of our
Novella, nowhere to go.
friends of the channel just getting killed in front of us, Mean Gene. Oh, this is rough to watch. A Finley Farms car coming around. And Novella will be in this one as well. There he is right there in the middle of the screen.
Gabriel's parked it.
And look at Mandovella here, Mean Gene. Big hits. Ooh, I guess what better time than now for one of these?
Also, I saw what happened to the 902 of back on lap number 49.
49. Let me see if I can find that for us. That's it. Now you said Medina?
The 49 was leading the second group.
Uh-huh. Let's see if I can find that for us. And that was Furrow, correct? Or Furrow, I should say. Yep, let's see here. So this is Furrow leading that second group, being pushed here. And I think the big thing about these groups too, Mean Gene, is we've seen big wrecks happen in real life. Oh my goodness, Mean Gene.
Yeah, his whole car vanished.
That was an enormous hit. We'll take a better look at that here. Here we go. Watch this hit, Mean Gene. This was a brutal one. Oh. That'll total a race car.
Yeah, he disconnected almost immediately. Had to go to the infield care center.
All right. Well, we're under caution, so let me see if I can get Furrow in here now. Let me see.
Yeah. You want to run a KK commercial while we're
Yeah, while I'm figuring that out, let's do that. Good idea, man, Gene. You are brilliant. Let's give a big shout out to one of the best sponsors ever.
Kevin. Oh yeah.
Wait, why is it not showing up?
Uh-oh.
I know, he's gonna kill me.
KK Woodscapes, based in California, creating trophies for leagues across the VRN network. They make the wood.
Got it, engine. There it is.
Here at KK Woodscapes,
Oh, it's so loud right now. I'm so
we
sorry.
only work with the finest woods, the finest tools. We sand the wood here at KK Woodscapes. We stir the paint with a wooden stick here at KK Woodscapes. And then we brush the wood with a wooden brush here at KK Woodscapes. And when it's all said and done, we have these perfectly manicured nails. Put the plaques in the trophies, in the envelopes, ship them to your box, and on your way to you to commemorate your special day. Got wood, KK Woodscapes.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, KK Woodscapes. Also, keep an eye out for Sim and Destroy Racing Company. They, another sponsor that is coming up, a Kevin Kyle endeavor, t-shirts and hats. They got some nice hats out there as well as the shirts. I like the Goldie. That's my favorite one. It's the original. It's got the skull
Me too.
with the helmet.
I agree.
Yep. And of course, the Gentleman Never Lift.
I hate that one now. I hate that one, Adrian.
Why? Because you're in front of him in the corner?
No,
And then things happen?
Because we were advertising in that last race, and it just, oh boy. It just took on a whole new meaning to me. A whole new meaning.
Well, you know, I think they should redo it and call it Gentlemen Never Break.
It's the same thing.
I like that one, Gentlemen Never Break, and then you know,
Which one are
they
you?
should pick up another shirt for me, which is whose car we taking? I
did promise
like
this as
that
well,
one.
Majin. Last week I promised to show off this trophy he just made for me. I'm trying to get it centered for us. Here we go. Check this out. Gorgeous custom piece he made for the MRL championship. Promises in a sweet brag, but this is more to show off that even if you have he makes those awesome attracting ones, and I do love those. But if you win a championship or something more unique that you want to celebrate, this one being the MRL championship 2 seasons ago, he lets you design a custom trophy within what's possible with what he's able to do. And as you can see from this one, Mean Gene, a lot is possible. Like around that 12, that is totally thin air. It's just incredible at what he's able to do. And this, I think, is some of his best work yet. Just another great example of just how talented Kevin is.
I love the stats too. Look, it's got wind poles, lap lead, pretty nice stuff. Up front, pace car is out of the way. Kenneth Redinger, Justin Parham on the lead row. 24 cars still on the lead lap here on lap number 55. Redinger control car bringing it into the restart zone. Away we go. Big hit from Tony Iverson gets the 42 going. 42 pulls a couple of car lengths away. Behind him, Iverson and Parham side by side. Daniel Plant Smith, third car on the inside row. Now Parham going high. Redinger coming back low. Redinger trying to block the entire front row. Thinks he's Ryan Newman. Redinger in the lead on the inside, getting the push from Iverson. There's a Jose Medina sighting under the apron. Outside row, Justin Parham now taking the lead with Steve Lewis giving him that push. Michael Mata, third car. Dylan Tibbetts in the Taco Bell Toyota, fourth car. Outside row, it's a drag race at Talladega.
Yes, it is, Mean Gene. We are more than halfway through this race, and these guys are showing. Oh, sorry. These guys are showing every bit of a sense of urgency right now. What a drive by Redinger! Yep, it's about that time, isn't it? Oh my goodness! Look at these balls. Oh, what? There's no such thing as lanes anymore.
Look at that guy go in the wall. He's like, hell no. Hell
the
no.
wall is a better place to be than right in the middle of that there, Mean Gene. Interestingly, no third lane really forming there. Just a really sketchy situation, but look at this. We have no one trying to split the middle. This is all types of disorganized.
Yeah, you can see that Sean Walton involved in all of that goodness. You can also see in the middle of that pack, Michael Mata finally We have straightened out Mata in the rear of Lewis. Lewis fades up high again. Mata lets him back down. Outside lane trying to make it work. People going under the apron. That's Ryan Newman trying to hold on. Wayne Newman. Whoa, my bad, boys.
Yeah, I mean, hey, the Newmans definitely been a very welcome presence in all these leagues here, and they are never short of aggression, and they are the type of drivers who I always think of when I think about somebody who's excited for a race like this, has the talent to win it, but is also surrounded by guys like Colin Bollinger, one of our champions, Applegate, Iverson, at all the other tracks, so they really get the shine here, and they are not disappointing so far, but just as much Mean Gene the Cream rises to the top because look who's up front.
Yeah, every time Kenneth Redinger gonna put his name on a race. Redinger on the inside, getting the push from Tony Iverson. Eric Thornton, the teammate of Iverson. Third car, Hunter Hall, making his way up there as well. Top 4 cars clear of the side-by-side racing. Other guys making their way up into the group. How about that number 6 of Tom Lester? The Chevy on the inside. Haven't seen him up there today. It's his time to shine. And right behind him, I want to give a big holla to Ryan Holler as the rookie making his way up into the top 10.
That's just what we need, is another driver in this league giving us a stupid inside joke, but dang it. But he is doing a wonderful job, and man,
I'm sure he's never heard that.
I'm sure his high school years were not ruined by that last name. No, definitely not. Especially because it was trendy back then. But yeah, these rookies, Mean Gene, what a job they are doing, because this is not an easy league to run up front in. Talladega or not, this is a scary league with some of the best drivers in all of iRacing, and these rookies have come to play, and they're doing it the right way, Mean Gene. They're driving with respect, and they're really picking and choosing their moments, and they're learning how to be successful around these world-class drivers. And look at that right there. You see Daniel Plant-Smith. He is anything but a rookie, leading the outside lane, trying to get some momentum. And I don't think it'll be long until we see them up front, until we see more takers as well.
Yeah, Plant-Smith, one of the team delusional drivers. We've seen him in the front of many a race, not afraid to push the envelope. Now leading that outside lane. Wouldn't be surprised to see him go.
No, he got shoved out like it's Mean Girls.
Yes, got shoved out high by Justin Parham. Says, I'll see you again in just a minute. Fades all the way back into about 19th or 20th. Still fading. Hit into the wall, trying to recover.
Tibbetts ringing that Taco Bell bell right now, Mean Gene. Look at Tibbetts looking to make it 3 wide.
Oh, Tibbetts, the 44, riding high. He's got help from Sean Walton and Colin Bollinger. Team delusional. Says, let's go 3 wide. Inside, you can still see Parham getting the push from Nick Mills and Michael Mata. Tommy Fox trying to join the outside lane as that 4th car inside lane pulling away. Says, hey, y'all keep doing that. That's a cool story, bro. Kenneth Redinger still leading 5 laps straight. Iverson, Thornton, and the DDI driver Hunter Hall now in 4th. But he's got Louis pushing him. Top 5 are going to start moving really fast.
I think a word you hear me say at these types of racetracks until our viewers' ears bleed, Mean Gene, is organization. And that, I think, is what got that inside lane just absolutely checking out on what the outside 2 lanes are trying to do. There was no organization. They couldn't make up their minds about who wanted to be in the middle lane and who wanted to be in the top lane. And because of that, the drafts got broken, and you saw how disgusting and how much damage that can do to these drivers in their running position. That lost the trust of Michael Mata for a moment there, as Mata goes to the inside, the outside. Now he goes 3 wide. Michael Mata just used 3 lanes in the entire backstretch. This man's a psychopath, but we love him for it.
Keep an eye on the 26 of Hunter Hall. Every time that outside lane gets close, he fades up just enough to slow their progress. Very interesting. I've seen him do it twice. And both times we saw Tibbet kind of back off. Curious if it was just the car wiggling or if that was intentional. Because if it was there it is again. You can see just kind of goes up a little high, gives a little bit of dirty air and a little bit of blocking to that 44. That's the 3rd time I've seen him do it.
Only 13 to go, and this is the first time we've seen Hunter Hall up front running in the top 5, Mean Gene. So I think a lot of it could be just being unfamiliar with just how vicious these pushes are. These guys are not messing around up here. It's time to go, especially this late in the race. And these are not the types of pushes that he's probably used to when he was buying his time. And yeah, he's not even holding his bottom line. You could not be more right about that. And that is going to lose the trust.
I think he's doing that on purpose.
You think so, to try to break the draft a little bit?
I think he's doing it to break the draft.
Yeah, that was like a Joey Logano move right there. Moving to the top momentarily to completely kill that run for Tibbets. Look how that checks up the outside. I think you're onto something here, Mean Gene.
Yeah, he did it like 4 or 5 times, but finally the outside lane team Delusional has had enough. Dylan Tibbets leading it. Sean Walton, Colin Pollinger, Parham, and Mata, all those guys pushing as hard as they can. Finally, Tibbets side by side with the 26 of Hunter Hall. Little push from Louis, and now the 26 back ahead. Top 4 cars ahead of the outside row.
Nearly 3 wide there for Nick Mills. Nick Mills has been so flirtatious with that middle line, Mean Gene. Easily the most comfortable besides the likes of someone like Tony Iverson, who's currently running in second, though. With that,
Mills gets in.
That's Mata goes around, and that likely won't be a caution. I think we're gonna stay green here, Gene. Mata's gonna stay off the wall, but oh boy, just as bad. He's gonna need a caution within these next 11 laps, or this thing is over for one of the fastest race cars here at Talladega today. Michael Mata gets turned on the inside on the front stretch.
Mick Mills took him around. That opens up the group. That's 3 wide now on the outside. 3 rookies. 3 rookies trying. Oh, Mickelson off the pace. Forces. Yeah, they tried for just a minute. Forces Holler back down into line behind Plant Smith with Fox behind him pushing. Thought we were going to see a rookie train.
That would have been a beautiful moment, Mean Gene, because what do you do when you can't make friends? You find the guys who also haven't made friends yet.
That's right. If you don't have a friend, come to the outside.
Exactly. And look who's in the third. Look who's third on the outside, Mean Gene.
Oh, Bollinger sneaking up, but look who's in first. It's Dylan Tibbets making it work. He has stayed ahead of Team Delusional, and now he's making the outside work. We're on lap number 66. 10 laps to go. This thing's still wide open for any of these drivers. So many on the lead lap in this lead group. 23 drivers still trying to battle. Mata and Swingle a little bit off, but 21 cars in that lead group are still in contention. Tibbets with the lead, still choosing the outside, side by side with Kenneth Redinger. Outside lane, Team Delusional. Inside lane, Redinger getting the push from Iverson and his teammate Thornton. This is still side by side racing, waiting to see who goes 3 wide. My money's going to be on Walton and those boys.
And I'm not sure who it's going to be, Mean Gene, but one thing that's going to happen is it's going to happen, because I love what you said about there's 23 on the lead lap and there's 9 to go. You know what that means? We got to go 3 wide. You want to win this race and you're in 18th, you got to go 3 wide, buddy. It's the only way to do it right now. And I brought up my crystal ball, Mean Gene. It has about a 50% success rate. The big one, it's going to happen in the tri-oval. That is a sketchy area right now. These boys are, they're all over the place down there.
Yeah, lots of pushing. I mean, look at this thing. The suspension is just smashing. Sparks coming from these cars. They do spread out. Look at that. Just a little bit through their inside lane, being very cautious. Look at that. Hunter Hall, Louis, Thornton, everybody except for Iverson backed off a little bit through that tri-oval.
They did. It looks like everyone a little bit buying their time. I mean, how often do you see with 8 to go that we're single file here? You're just kind of waiting for your moment. But I think, like what you alluded to, the amount of cars in the lead lap has a lot to do with why you just can't right now. There's not enough time. You got to make moves now. I'll be shocked if we don't go to overtime here, Mean Gene, because look at this. Tibbets goes to the inside and he brings Walton with him.
I thought they were going to go high. Instead, they stick with Dylan Tibbets. Tibbets in the lead now on the inside with the 2 Team Delusional drivers pushing. Turns over the outside lane to Parham. Parham side by side with the 42. Fades back. Nick Mills. Now Redinger going to jump up front.
Iverson
and
here.
Plant Smith down to the bottom.
Iverson shoots the
They're
middle.
3 wide.
What's he going to do with that? Oh my gosh, everyone's going to choose their lane here, and this actually has a pretty even amount, but the top 2 love it. Iverson down below.
Iverson down.
How are they going to figure this one out? Are they going to stand out here clear? They're going to. That's unbelievable.
Still rolling, but it definitely did not work out for Colin Bollinger.
Watch this run.
Bollinger fell back to 20th.
They are about to get eaten up, Mean Gene. That's too big of a run now.
Tibbetts and Walton trying to hold on. Iverson, he just put Bollinger down below the apron into 20th, but it's Lance Smith, the teammate of the 53 behind Iverson, and the 35 of Walton, the teammate of Bollinger in front of him.
Nick.
Wow.
Why did Iverson not take that?
Nick Mills. No, Iverson ain't going anywhere. He should have bailed.
Oh,
and look at Walton in front of Mills.
Unbelievable. Walton takes the bottom back. Oh, my gosh.
What a
Walton.
block.
He is so comfortable right now. This is crazy. Walton just asserting his dominance in the front of the field. Nick Mills saying, all right, Tony, you don't want to do it? I will. He takes the top. That run just disintegrated. That was great for Tibbetts. I cannot believe Tony didn't take the top there, Mean Gene. That was an enormous run.
What a flex by Sean Walton. Going high, going low, stopping the momentum of the outside row. There it is. Iverson peeks up front in front of Nick Mills.
And there goes Sean.
Tibbett and Sean blocking again and again. Takes Iverson high.
Flex on him, Sean.
Wow.
What an insane move. That was just bullying by Sean Walton. I'm not even saying that in a bad way, Mean Gene. Sean Walton making this as difficult as possible as he can for Tony Iverson. He wants the bottom, but he doesn't want Tony at the top.
No, but it's too bad because Tony is up there now, and he's got one of the fiercest pushers in the league, Nick Mills, right behind him. Eric Thornton, third car on the outside lane, lots of speed, finally overtaking it. How long will Iverson stay up top now that he's clear of the inside row? Hunter Hall, Reddinger, Barham, all on the top, making it work. Oh, don't be a lap car now.
Oh my goodness, and look at Thornton thinking about it. Oh my gosh, they split the middle. This is insane, and we finally have an incident.
The yellow flag is out.
Yellow's out, Mean Gene. And we're gonna have this is gonna get some residual damage towards the back of what was, that had to have been one of the greatest stretches of running in an MRL history. That was world-class driving, Mean Gene.
I'll tell you what, that was the wreck caused Tibbett came down. Hunter Hall and him clipped each other. Tibbett immediately into the pits with that damage. Great day by the 44 Taco Bell. Ended abruptly here on lap number 72. Definitely going to be looking at a green-white checker.
Yes, sir.
Once we come back.
And here we go, and a look at the wreck. There's Tibbetts getting into Hunter Hall there, and Tibbetts, oh no, Mean Gene, watch out, pace car driver. Wow, good. Did you see that?
Yeah, drove right through it. Pace car said no.
Watch how he almost, like, I mean, obviously this was the computer, but he actually kind of avoided him. Watch this. Watch the pace car specifically. He's like, oh God, that's Dylan Tibbetts. And makes a hard left, a hard right, and Tibbetts, oh my goodness, Dylan Tibbetts with an incredible drive in that Taco Bell 44. And that is the brutal thing about Talladega, Mean Gene, is you get so excited about drivers who you know are so talented, like Daniel Tibbetts, finally getting his moment, having a chance to win, doing everything right, and that happens.
Quite unfortunate right there for the 44, working so well with Team Delusional, getting the pushes from Walton. Also, big shout out to Sean Walton for what he was doing there, up and down. I mean, when you're swerving in front of Nick Mills and Tony Iverson, I mean, you got some brass ones. I'm afraid at the end of this race, Zach, they're going to disqualify Sean Walton for having illegal modifications to his car. They're going to see just how big that seat is, and they're going to say that's the only way they could fit a guy with that kind of testicular fortitude in the ride.
That was some of the most grown man driving I have ever seen, Mean Gene. Never in a million years would I have the guts to do something like what Sean Walton did.
No, in front of those two?
No, because especially, you know your history. You know he's not going to cut you any slack. You know Tony's thinking, oh, okay, fine, I'll drive right through you.
And you just doored him. And he just doored him.
And you kill his run on the outside with no intention of staying up there, just to go straight back down and take that tiny hold that, I mean, maybe 1 millimeter worth of space back on the bottom. Are you kidding me? Unreal, Sean Walton.
Lights still on the pace car. Zach, let's take a moment to just bring up what's going to be happening here in the next few days. Tuesday night, of course, Big Truckin' Tuesday, right here on the Vortex Racing Network. You're going to want to see this. Huge fields, about to have an in-season tournament as well. This is just a great opportunity to see some Bonfire All-Stars. And then Wednesday, it is about to begin.
Yes, sir.
MRL has joined with DDI, and now the Bonfire All-Stars are signing up. Zach, this thing is going to turn into an inferno.
We have gotten spoiled by our drivers in the DDIRL, MRL, Moonlight Racing Truck Series on Wednesdays, me and Gene, because both that league was designed to bring together two leagues we felt both doing well, but more importantly, racing the right way, and we were both so proud of the rosters. But also, to be entirely transparent, we wanted bigger numbers in both leagues, or in both series, I should say. We wanted more numbers on Thursdays and on Wednesdays. We did not expect this, Gene. It was not here on BRN quite yet, but we will be here on BRN starting on Wednesdays with that new league. But that exhibition race, 31 drivers, and it wasn't public. It was not a public hosted session. That was a private exhibition race for our drivers to get to know each other, combine these leagues. And it did 31 drivers at New Iowa, which nobody likes. So just wait until we get to Daytona on Wednesday, Mean Gene, and I'll just let you guys in on a little secret that might get some people excited and a lot of people stressed. What do you think we set the car cap at for Daytona? Any guess? Oh gosh, I may have flabbergasted Gene here, guys.
Oh mine, there it is, and they call it green, white, checkered.
Oh, you were
is
probably
going to be in effect.
Oh, I was quizzing you. Okay, so yeah, I have to. That one looks stupid. Okay, we're going to. So we did 31 at Iowa for that preseason, or for that last exhibition race on Wednesdays, and that was a private event. We did not. That was not publicly hosted. We're doing Daytona on Wednesday. What do you think we set the car cap at, me and Gene?
Ooh. 38.
It's set for 60.
You are a psychotic man. Oh my word.
See you on the track, my friend.
Cars. Oh, I'll be at work. I'll be watching that.
Oh.
I'll be watching that on a replay later.
Thank God I'm not out there.
Exactly.
One faster pair.
You know what I'm waiting for?
This right
you know
here.
what I'm waiting for? I'm waiting for the Monday ARCA League. The
Yes,
DDI
sir.
Monday ARCA League just wrapped up. Zach Panzarella taking the dub there. But yeah, there's some rumbling on the ground to get that bad boy going too. So hey, if you're an ARCA driver,
Let us know.
start sending emails. Yeah, man, start DMing Zach right now. Tell him, hey,
Yeah.
I want to race on Monday, and we'll get this doubleheader going again. All last season we saw the doubleheader. The DDI followed up
And look at this
by
league, Gene.
Monday Night Mayhem. So much fun.
38 drivers. About to hit overtime here with Tony Iverson in the lead, but 38 drivers. What an awesome thing to see. And I cannot wait for this 2 laps.
Yeah, this is exactly what we want to see is these larger fields, the clean driving. 21 guys on the lead lap. Tony Iverson, control car. Nick Mills is with him. Iverson on the outside.
What a
Away
start
we
by
go,
Iverson.
Great jump.
Maybe
Iverson
too good,
pulls
Gene.
away, but he might be too far ahead. Redinger
Too
decides,
good.
I'm not going to help you. Redinger not going to help him. Redinger going to go side by side with him and wait for the push from the outside.
Watch Tommy Fox
Inside lane. Yeah, Iverson, Mills, outside lane, Tony Fox, Plant Smith, little bit of wiggling inside by the Bass Pro Shop.
Take the top, Tommy.
Trying to get it back underhand, and let's go 3 wide.
I know, Tommy, take the top, Tommy. Tommy needs to be going 3 wide. He had the run, Gene. That was it. That big gap to Redinger when Iverson bailed. It saved Iverson, and it allowed Redinger to continue that. That was Tommy's moment. Maybe going to try to buy his time. When we cross this start finish line, when and if, I should say, that would be the next flag ends it. Let's see if this race becomes official.
Oh, they're trying to make it
Bollinger
happen.
try
They're
it.
3 wide back there. Bollinger outside. No help from him as Zach Clausen stays in tight. Bollinger fading backwards slowly up front, passing the start finish line, passing the Yellowwood, and there it is. White flag
Demolition
is
Derby
out.
time.
This is a real race. Gonna pull back to the blimp cam so I can see it all unfold. 3 wide, deeper back in the
19.
field. Hard push right there early on. 19 of Parham. Walton bringing it up into Tony Fox. Hits him again. Walton nowhere to go.
Kills the
Stuck
outside.
on the bottom. Outside lane, Thornton with a big block.
Oh, no.
Comes back down in front of Parham. Back onto the track, hits Walton. Tommy Fox.
Look at this.
Sean Walton got a flat tire. He's fading backwards. Brandon Guerin comes down, kills Thornton. Up front,
Can
it's
Mills get the
still
run?
the Tony Iverson show.
Mills will have a run. I don't think it'll be enough, Mean Gene.
Mills trying, and oh, wow, what a finish. Boys and girls, that is something. Tony Iverson gonna pick up the win. Nick Mills, 7/100ths of a second behind him. Justin Parham holding on for third. Kenneth Redinger, 4. Daniel Plant Smith bringing it home in 5th. Michael Mata, 6th. Steve Lewis, your pole sitter, gonna come in 7th. Zach Winstead, Sim and Destroy Racing Factory driver, 8. Tommy Fox, 9. And Lucas Alves rounding off the top 10. What a finish, as 2 drivers were within a 1/10 of a second, and then Redinger immediately behind them. Amazing finish here today. Ladies and gentlemen, you are watching the Vortex Racing Network. You have just witnessed the What the Word Say 200. Amazing race, amazing finish. So many drivers here involved in this. Few accidents along the way. You kind of got to expect that. But in the end, we see that amazing green-white checkered and Tony Iverson. This is a win and you're in situation as long as you hit the minimum amount of races, 10 races over a 13-race regular season. Tony Iverson taking the win. And this thing is just lining up just like last year, Zach. Who was in the Final Four? Iverson and Bollinger. Who have won the first 2 races? Iverson and Bollinger.
Yes, sir. And some things never change, Mean Gene. We talk so much about how these tracks make things kind of like the equalizer, but this just goes to show how much talent matters. And there it is. And what better proof is there than one of the best drivers in MRL Monday Night history, Tony Iverson, getting the win. And what a great day it was today for this league, Mean Gene. One of the biggest fields we've ever seen, and also a sponsor race by a brand new sponsor. And we actually were able to get Tony Furrow here if we'd like to have a few words with him.
I see.
I mean, Brad Furrow, I apologize, not Tony.
I'm pulling him.
Tony has just
You got Tony on your mind?
Yeah, I got too much Tony on my mind. I do.
I'm pulling him.
Bring him on. Brad Furrow,
There
we
it
got you, my
is.
friend.
I think it might be muted.
I know.
I know he's there. I pulled him into
I know.
the booth.
No, you got
He's-
him. And I believe
He's
in you.
looking around. He's looking around. It's a discombobulating experience when you go from one channel to another. Here we go. I see his eyes starting to clear up. Brad, you with me, brother? No, he's still
thinking about it.
Yeah, he's acclimating to the surroundings of the broadcast booth.
So I guess while we wait for Brad, and Brad, feel free to speak up whenever you want. I will pull up the final results of this race, me and Gene, because we did go over the top 10. But wow, I mean, so much here happens at Talladega, and there we go. I'll start from the top here. 38 drivers. Tony Iverson getting his first one this season. He did it early.
Yeah, Tony, right there. Good run at the end. Lots of aggression. He did end up, I'd have to see the replay, but from this broadcaster's vantage point, he looks like he did make contact with Colin. Colin got the short end of the stick, fades to 20th. Iverson continues his forward momentum. Then he duels with the Team Delusional, Colin's team. Walton Dorton, pretty good. But Iverson held his line, ends up holding on, takes the win at the end there. Great run by Tony Iverson. Nick Mills as well. That's the Nick Mills I like to watch. I dubbed him Psycho once, and I think Psycho was behind the wheel. You did see a little bit of contact from Nick. Hard pusher, but you know who's not complaining about those pushes? That's Tony, because he did push Tony round the outside up into the lead. Nick Mills going to come home in second. And then Justin Parham. Justin led the most laps last year here at Talladega. So no surprise to this broadcaster to see that number 19 push his way up there. And his teammate Redinger right behind him. So those two guys got to be really happy with how it ended. Daniel Plant-Smith going to be the top finisher for Team Delusional in 5th place. Brad, we got you, brother.
Yes.
There we go. Hey.
All right. Brad, welcome to Talladega. Welcome to the booth, my friends. Ladies and gentlemen at home, let me introduce you to Brad Furrow. Brad was out there racing earlier. He is one of our rookies. He was running the purple 902. Were you the 902 today, Brad?
Yeah, I'm 902.
Yep, running that 902. Oh, I don't have my reading glasses on. Vernondale?
VerdonvilleCOG.com.
The Verdonville Church of God car. And great run. You were leading that second group on the lead lap. And then a little bit too hard of a push.
Yeah, we got broke away there on the backstretch. A lot of smoke and thought there was a wreck. There was some people got loose down in the apron, and we all saved it, and we was trying to catch back up. I think the pushes came from a couple cars back. We just got all stacked up, and I got turned, and that put me into the wall and ended my night. That was unfortunate, but I'm still happy to be here.
I tell you what, it was exciting. We saw you running up at the front also at points in that race. This thing's so chaotic to see those guys moving around. So let's talk a little bit about the sponsorship. The Verdonville Church of God is our sponsor here today for the What's the Word Say 200. And you want to share a little bit about your church? Where is your church located?
We are in Logan, West Virginia, and we have online services as well as in person. What's really special about what we have is we failed a lot in the past as religious people and Christians at judging people, but we want to down people because it makes us feel better, I guess, and that's just not the way it's supposed to be. So, and two, we don't want to look at each other. Don't take my word for what's right and what's wrong. Don't take the news' word for what's right and what's wrong. With everything we do and everything that we say, every choice that we make, we need to look at and say, what's the word say? What does the Bible tell us is right?
I think that's beautiful. So often we get caught up in our own misery, and it's easy to look at other people's tribulations, and we have no idea what that person is going through. We just know our own personal highs and lows, and it's very easy to get caught up in the echo chamber of your own mind and not understand that we are a community. Everybody that we live around, out to the States, out to the entire world. And, I don't know about the viewers at home. I, too, am a Christian. And so I share a lot of these beliefs. And it's just wonderful that you've come in and become part of this broadcast, part of this VRN and MRL family. So you talked about the online services. I think after COVID, that became a necessity for so many people. But is it not wonderful that it opens the doors for those that might be a little bit skeptical, a little bit, cautious, maybe shy, and also the elderly that just can't make it, and for those people that are on vacation, or even here today, just getting to talk about this to the viewers and the racers at home. The virtual sermons, they're just amazing.
So this whole thing is amazing. We're pretty new into our online or our media outreach, our online outreach. And it's very exciting because, I get to do things that I like. I'm around a lot of people that don't necessarily go to church. And I get to talk about the Lord and the Bible and my church every chance that I get. And I will always take that opportunity. And I really love iRacing, but to be able to come on and do iRacing and share my thoughts, or, just reach a hand out to somebody that may need to pick me up, and just think, what's the word say? Just like it's on the screen there. But just to be able to do this is just so cool that the online gives us the capability to reach. We actually have people that subscribe to our channel from El Salvador, so we're reaching other countries, we're reaching the world, and we're just trying to pick people up and help people with a relationship with God.
Well, I'll tell you what, it sure helps when you have the Book of Truth as the basis of what you're trying to share with these people in person and online. Brad, thank you so much. Thank you for the race today. Thank you for your sponsorship, and just thank you for sharing this message with people. It is so important. We've had some great sponsors from the prevention races sponsored by Kyle Lynott. We've had memorial races for those that have been lost, and the opportunity to just add this message of truth to our broadcast is an honor for all of us here. Anybody at home maybe you would like to say a little hi to?
Yeah, my little boy Andy's listening right now. He was rooting for me there at the beginning. Both of my boys, they get really excited about this stuff, and I wanted to thank you guys at VRN. Both Mondays that I've been here, they've been in their rooms right behind me watching on YouTube, and they'll run out here and say, "Dad, they're talking about you." Like, all right, man, I appreciate it, but no, just this opportunity is really cool. I just want to say thank you guys for doing this and coming in, and for everybody at MRN. I mean, this is awesome. Appreciate it.
It has been a pleasure. And hey, kids at home, what are your boys' names again?
Andy and Cruz.
Andy and Cruz.
Love
You're
those
going to see
names.
your dad up front again, my friend.
Yes, sir. Great job.
This is not the last you're going to see a Brad Furrow on that racetrack. Brad,
Yes,
thank
sir.
you so much, my friend. You have a lovely evening. You have earned it. And thank you for joining on board the team.
Thank you, Brad.
Thanks, guys. Thanks.
Awesome guy,
Really
man, Gene.
awesome. Yeah, you got to appreciate getting those kinds of messages. So often in iRacing, we get caught up in that moment of getting angry at the other guy that bumped me. And meanwhile, that guy probably has damage to his car and the tires are wore out.
Right.
And you're screaming at him. And in reality, the fella's like, my heart's pounding. I almost wrecked the last 10 laps. I'm sorry.
And also
But it's good.
Oh, sorry, go ahead. I'm
Yeah.
sorry. Oh, just a great message from him, and I love what that's about. I think we could say like VRN, we are very thankful or very lucky to be offered a good amount of sponsorships, and some of them, I guess you could say polarizes sometimes. And I thought like we're gonna draw the line at the tire company that does some questionable things. But this.
Never.
When this one came out, we always had, I don't want to say rules, but we always were careful about things around religion and politics. And when I learned about this company and I learned about everything around their message, for me personally, I'm not a particularly religious person. I'm personally, one thing about me, I'm half Jewish, half Christian. That's what I was born into. So I was very allowed to be very open-minded growing up. But one thing I always loved was the Bible, and I love studying the Bible because I think it's an excellent piece of literature. And I think there's a lot that you can learn from it. And I think it's timeless. And when I learned about what they're doing and their message and their focus, I think it's the best parts of what they're behind. And I'm actually very, very proud to have a sponsor like that for a race like that. And then to meet the guy behind it, Brad, what a wonderful person, and just makes it that much better.
Yeah, it's really just a great opportunity for us also to help spread that message.
Yes.
Now, speaking of spreading messages,
Tony Iverson's going to have some things that's about to change the script a little bit.
We're gonna bring Tony Iverson into the room. So Brad, please show your Bible to this guy when he walks in. He might have potty mouth.
Like, it was when like some band like came like Jesus has left the building. That's essentially when.
Yeah, exactly. All right, let's rip him in here.
But we got Justin
Tony
Parham
Iverson.
Oh, we're doing Tony first. We got Justin Parham and Nick Mills.
No, I'm pulling Tony in. Tony, are you there?
Oh my goodness.
I'm here.
All right, we're bringing you in first, my friend. Oh my word, the more things change, the more they stay the same. Tony Iverson with the dub. The Undertaker, couple more notches in the belt. Boy, you and Team Delusional were having a good time at the end, weren't you?
We were just talking about that. That's the most fun I've had with super speedway racing. When I seen all that whole team in one line, I was like, oh shit.
Told you.
Sorry. Oh,
Told you, Mean
shoot.
Gene.
Got him.
And yeah, I wanted to get positioned with my team, so I go up and I'm getting behind, I get in front of Thornton, and then I didn't look at the replay yet, but from what I understand, somebody gave him a boop, and then he gave me a boop, which doored me into Colin. And immediately I'm like, oh, they're gonna think I did that shit on purpose. Damn it, they're gonna think I did that on purpose. And like, hopefully, they see the replay and realize I did it, because that was gonna. I wanted it to keep going exactly the way. I mean, obviously, I'm happy with the outcome. I've never won at Daytona or Talladega in a league race, but yeah, I'm just getting over some kind of COVID thing, and I was not feeling this race at all. And then everything started to kind of come together, and the end was just so fun.
You like that?
Tony,
Tony, you should look at the broadcast if you're on your phone real quick.
Yeah, you're gonna enjoy that one later. A little check. You're gonna write a check.
One more and I add a zero, Mean Gene. One more and I add a zero.
I'm sorry, guys.
I'm sorry, Tony. No, I'm sorry.
I'm excited. That was just super fun. Yeah.
Oh, wait till you see that thing, man. The end there, especially seeing a group, 23 guys were in that lead group that could have won there at the end. Do you think that pumped up the intensity?
Oh, for sure. I mean, having the entire team delusional lined up, coming on the outside with a lot of momentum. There's just a few laps left. It was just so much fun in that moment. Like I said, I do wish that I didn't bounce off Eric the way I did and then hit Colin, because I wanted to see how that was going to turn out. There was another point too where I caught some momentum and I went to go around Walton, and he drove me all the way up the track, but I had Nick with me and he was able to get back down with his team, and I don't know, it felt like there was a lot of action, and yeah, that was sick.
Biggest brown pant moment of the day?
Oh my gosh, there was one where a bunch of cars like appeared in my car, and I got a 4X, but I didn't like get wrecked or anything. We had some people with some connection issues, I think, from the high car count. That was probably the biggest one for me, aside from bouncing off Colin's door. If he wasn't there, then I would have crashed. So thank you, Colin.
Well,
Sorry.
big win there. Speaking of Colin wins week 1, you win week 2. I mean, what are we doing? We're just going to have the final 4 get back together. Kevin Kyle going to win next week. Grant Applegate win week 4. Get the gang back together.
I wish KK was still racing with this. I mean, he has his involvement with his factory team, which is cool. But I do wish he was still out on the track with us. But yeah, I never come into these races thinking I have a chance to win, so I'm feeling pretty good right now. Yeah, that was super fun.
Yeah, you can hear it in your voice. Ladies and gentlemen, Tony Iverson, Highside Hustler, team member and winner here at Talladega.
New job title too, James.
What has he got? Manager of the Colin Bollinger fan club. Yeah, so nice. You got promoted. You got promoted there. Yes.
Hey, also on the website, there is a place for donations. If you all want to donate some of the fines for Tony there on our website, that would be great.
I'm sorry.
Well, Tony owes him $200. That's $200 from Tony. That's just like objectively, you have to do that, Tony. BRN we'll give that to them. We'll give Tony's money to them. So the $200
Hey,
coming your
Tony,
way.
good job, man. Congratulations on the win.
I appreciate it. Thank you.
Yeah. So Tony, anybody out there you want to give a big thanks to?
First and foremost, I got to give a shout out to Mr. Nick Mills. Without his pushing me at the end there, obviously at Talladega you need somebody to push you. So I think he might have elevated himself into taking David Owen's spot on the team. But we'll see what happens there. So yeah, big shout out to Nick Mills, and then of course Buddy, Eric, Grant, everybody that was rolling in the Discord. We didn't have to do any green flag pit stops tonight, but we were definitely ready if that was a thing. And then, you know, of course, I got to shout out the wife. My son was nowhere near being ready for bed when I came out here, so I know she had to do that, which is normally my duty on her work days. So, but yeah, everything else on the car after that, you guys, Fish Speed, you know, Jordan's on vacation right now, but I'm gonna throw this up in the Discord. But yeah, it was a lot of fun, and of course, you know, J-Bev and everybody that puts it on. Good stuff.
Nice. Ladies and gentlemen, that is Tony Iverson, winner here in the second race of the season. He wins at Talladega here in the, what's the word say, 200, and punches his way into the playoffs, of course, with that caveat that he makes the minimum amount of races to qualify. Tony, have a lovely evening, my friend, and we'll be looking for that check in the mail.
Oh, hey, one more shout out. I want to give a.
Oh, okay, one more. Yeah, you could swear that we're going to hit 300. Go for it.
And I'm not good, I swear, I promise. One final shout out to Plant for painting my car for me. I didn't think this car would be possible to paint, and I gave him the mission, and he set out and did most of it free-handed. Like, it is insane what he was able to make happen with this car in relation to the monster truck. So shout out to him too. That's all I got.
Wow.
Well, there he is. That is your winner. Yeah. All right. So I'm going to invite Nick Mills. I'm not sure where Nick went. I think we interviewed Tony and everybody jumped.
I mean, honestly, me and Jay, I'm not sure if you saw what I was doing there. It took one interview, and Joe's going to regret so much letting me type what goes into that box.
Oh, new technology.
I typed it in. I think there was like 10 different things it said there. You're going to love it. You're going to love it. Yeah.
I saw some of them. They were really good.
I'm sorry, guys.
Oh, no, you'll love them, Tony. They're all so good. They're all so good. I appreciate the content.
I'm doing my best.
Hey, no, for real, congrats on the W, buddy. That was an awesome race.
Hey, I appreciate it, guys.
Way to put
I
on a show.
can't wait to watch the podcast.
Tony is a killer, man. So do you want to do Parham or Mills next? What are you thinking, Eugene?
I don't see either one of them.
Screw him, then. Just kidding. Do we really not have either one? Oh my gosh.
I think they saw me pulling Tony and they were like, oh, I guess we're not going to get talked to. But you are. Where are you, boys?
I know. We'll get him one way or the other. All right, go to their house.
I'll tell you. I see Plant Smith up there.
Honestly, Mean Gene, like, either they were afraid to talk to us because of what I did to Tony in the text there, or there's that many hurt feelings. Because you never see that many people leave that quick, like, honestly.
Oh, no. This thing emptied immediately. Makes you wonder. Let's take a peek.
I guess Plant Smith is always a funny interview. He had an eventful day. He finished at 5th.
Yeah.
Screw it.
Yeah, bring him in.
Give him a chat.
He's an amazing personality.
Watch, he's not going to even be there. Let's bring him in, though. I'll do it, Mean Gene. I got you.
Yeah, he probably left.
He probably did. This will be another awkward. Daniel, we got you?
Body break.
Oh, my gosh.
I got him.
Hey, this is what you get for sticking around, Daniel.
Yeah.
Congrats on the 5th. I mean, so you're always a great interview. You're always a great guy to talk to, and you definitely had an eventful day today. Very aggressive early, but I guess the first thing I want to ask you about personally, that actually I'm glad we have the booth for, what the heck happened there with you and Mata in the beginning of the race where he went through you? Was that a connection error on your end, or what was that from your side?
Well, I was being aggressive so that way I can take control of the race. Because I knew it was going to be important to try to stay ahead with how hard it is to make runs and pass people now. And then I guess the car count or something wasn't agreeing with my connection.
Or ours.
There I went.
And so for you, was that a 4X, or was it just all of a sudden Mata was inside of you and then in front of you?
Yeah.
Which is a sentence. Hey, Mono's he's a good guy. If it could happen to anyone, then why not him?
I'm just sure. I feel pretty violated.
I would feel extremely violated if I was. Okay, you probably didn't see it. It happened to somebody else. I'm forgetting who, if you remember, Gene, but it did happen to somebody else. You were the only one who was blatantly violated today and against their consent. Had that happen to them.
It seemed like a lot of people was having connection issues with the car count.
That must have been it. And also, yeah, just the intensity. So, yeah, take me through that as well. You were one of the, as always, more entertaining drivers to watch, making big moves. But it did seem like when you were forced to give that track position, it was a little bit more difficult than you normally see at Talladega to, I guess, like responsibly get through the field. Was you said it was hard to pass. What's different with the next gen? Or is that a next gen thing? Or
no, it's a new draft model.
Gotcha. Okay.
So basically, you just really can't get a run going on the second lane. Like if there's more cars on the bottom, you're just pretty much stuck there. And then if you try to do something with little cars, so like say 5, 6, it just seems like you can't really move forward or really do anything unless you get a couple more cars in there to kind of even both lanes out, or all 6 of them cars are basically just shoving each other nonstop.
Man, I love when the interviews make me sound smart, me and Gene, because we were talking a lot about that. And it also seemed like, was it that the outside was a better place to make progression forwards, but just more sketchy, to where the inside was more comfortable? Because we were seeing a lot of guys make big moves to get to the outside, make a lot of passes that way, but then immediately want to get back to the bottom.
Well, I can't speak for everybody else, but the only reason why I would want to get to the bottom is just for the simple fact that I knew it was going to be a bigger car count, and eventually the top lane would die. If we had enough people to stick and stay on the top side, then that was the better place to go, because the momentum that you would get, you would pretty much lead every lap.
Makes sense. I mean, so much always changing on these car models and on this platform here, but one thing that is consistent is you putting on a show and you being up front, so amazing job, Daniel. So before I let you out of here, any shouts you want to give, go ahead and throw those out here. And then what can we expect in terms of attendance from that 31 here? Because we are all begging from a full-time season from you, my man. We know you're a Final Four driver.
I'd like to obviously thank, Team Delusional and the whole Mo Power crew. And then obviously with sponsors, Pennzoil and all the partners, and daggum, I don't forget what beer I drink. Oh, Keystone. Keystone Light, baby. Yeah.
How many Keystones do you have to drink to even get drunk? Like 14?
Well, it depends. If I have an 8, then I'm feeling it kind of at the 2. But if I have 8, then yeah, it's probably around like the 8 to 10 mark.
Love it. Okay, makes sense.
But attendant wise, I'm not sure. I'm still trying to figure things out. Obviously, work has kept me out of a lot of races.
Yeah, work sucks.
So if I have a injury, because I might have a pinched nerve within my elbow where my pinky and my bottom of my hand is numb. So that's been fun too. But
that sounds.
Who knows?
Oh my god, that sounds miserable. How are you doing that?
Well, it's no. So just try to grip with the little fingers and keep going.
Jeez, good thing you weren't in any massive wrecks here at Talladega today, because God, that would hurt so bad.
You gotta let go of the wheel.
Yeah, a lot of people forget that, me included.
Yeah, that and the brakes.
Yes. Everyone, yeah, Mean Gene's favorite shirt is the Never Lift shirt, so that doesn't happen here. No, never lifting, even under cautions. But hey, Daniel, it's always amazing to get to talk to you, man, and always a pleasure to get to watch you in the track. Hope to see as much of you as possible over here on Monday nights, and whenever I get to personally share the track with you, it's also a pleasure as well. So hope to see you on Wednesdays as well. But great job today, man, and sucks those connection issues happen, because that 31 was a hot rod.
Yeah, I think I went from the back to the front more than anybody. Wish I could have got the win, but hey, top 5, I'll take it. Could have been worse, but Yeah, I'm ready to get back to victory lane, ready to try to go for more championships and, do our thing.
Hell yeah, my man. Great job today, and I'm sure we'll be talking to you soon, Daniel.
Yeah, close.
Yes, sir. Have a good night.
Yeah, good night.
Always a fun interview. Daniel Plant Smith, Team Delusional.
Yes, sir. At least it was
number
Daniel.
31. Yeah, he gets it happening. I did get to talk to Nick Mills. League runs a little bit late for those of us with jobs. Nick has a 6 a.m.
Oh my
call,
God.
so he
East
but
Coast?
he did say, I'm not sure, but he did say, wanted to thank all the fans at home, everybody watching the broadcast, wanted to thank the broadcasters and everybody that participated in the race tonight. So Nick giving a big shout out to everybody at home, in the booth, and on the track here today. That's that number 20. Oh no, Kentucky. So that's
London, Kentucky.
That's East Coast.
It's the same as Paris, California. Mean Gene, just as fancy.
But they actually have a Versailles there.
Do they really?
Yeah, but it's called Versailles.
Stop.
Yeah. No, I'm not kidding.
God. Are you serious?
I did.
I thought that was a boomer joke.
No, I did stand-up comedy there, and I was in Versailles, and I said Versailles on accident.
And they're like, "Excuse me."
Dude, they yelled out at me.
Yeah.
Like they literally yelled and said, "It's Versailles." And I said, "Oh, my apologies. Of course.
I'm sorry.
Of course."
How did I not know that?
Yeah, I was like, oh, kind of like Louisville, which is named after King Louis the 14th.
Oh my goodness!
Yeah, big time.
Sorry, my wife is from New Mexico, and they have that same thing. They call so many cities that way too, where it's like, I think you're saying your own city name wrong. I'm sorry, but yeah,
it happens.
It does.
Well, great race here today. Second race of the season. Punches the ticket for Tony. He will be in the playoffs, as this is a win and you're in situation. 9 races is the minimum of the 13. 9 will qualify you for the postseason. So we're going to see as the season continues who is going to move forward. Next week, the boys will be in Iowa here on Monday Night Mayhem. Cannot wait to see Iowa, different type of track.
Yeah, it is.
Definitely going to change, and then we're really going to see what those rookies are made out of. It's one thing to run strong at Charlotte and Talladega, but once you start getting onto these Iowas, Homesteads, Kentuckys, things start to get a lot different, and we're going to see a much clearer picture, and also see who has improved.
Yeah.
In the off season, that's a big thing. Especially big shout out to our sponsor, Fish Speed. Jordan Fisher giving private lessons to the people that do join that consortium using Garage 61 as a tracker. So we'll see what drivers also have improved in the off season to try to move forward. Nobody more noticeable last year than I would say Tony Iverson, who went from watching Colin win all those races to winning races. And here he is doing it again today with the support of Fish Speed. So looking forward to Iowa to see. Yeah,
for sure. I mean, Jen, I love Iowa being that one. We just went there when we were talking about for the DDIRL truck or the MRL truck series last preseason race, and man, Mean Gene, the second I was on that track after about 10 laps into the race, I remembered our DDIRL ARCA race. I remembered how bad my entire body hurt after that race. That new configuration at Iowa is easily, in my opinion, and I don't even think it's close, the most physically demanding track on the platform when it comes to ovals. It is so unbelievably sketchy, so loose. Every lap feels like a different adventure. Every lap, you can't learn, right? You can't find your marks and repeat it over and over again. Every lap feels so different. I think it's because that pavement is so new, so much of the racing surface is so inconsistent with each other. Everything there is just, if you were good at Iowa back in the day, at the old Iowa, that does not matter at all. Doesn't matter in the slightest, 0%. This is a totally new track.
Pro tip, if you see the dark asphalt, hit it.
Yeah, do your best to. And then if you're going to fall out of it, try to make sure it's close to the pits because you're going to need some damage repair.
Yeah, and if you're above it, just stay above it. Don't jerk that wheel and come down.
Oh my God, you are not kidding.
We've seen a lot of that. No, we've seen that happen a few times. So
and you better be real talented because God is no grip up there.
Let's jump ahead. You got the Vortex schedule on you?
I'm trying to find it. I don't yet, but I do have it memorized because I know where we're going next week. We're going to be going to Wednesday. We're going to Daytona, me and Gene. We'll be back at Daytona for the to kick off the DDIRL MRL Truck Series. Excited for about that, and I'm going to try to find a schedule while we talk more about that. But yeah, this is an extremely exciting time right here on this network with some leagues that are doing numbers like we've never seen before. I think we're about to have back-to-back nights, Mean Gene, where we do 30 plus.
Oh, my word. I mean, that's exactly what we talked about, though, when we were coming up with this idea of the Vortex Racing Network, was to get more of these people all together so that we would have the opportunity to see those large fields. Tomorrow night, Big Truckin' Tuesday, those boys just raced at Martinsville, had quite a few cautions with that large field. But tomorrow they're going to be at Las Vegas. I'd like to say what happens in Vegas stays in Vegas, but guess what? We're going to broadcast that thing. So nothing's going to stay in Vegas. Instead, it's going to go right out here on the Vortex Racing Network. Dennis Bucket, Big Truckin' Tuesday tomorrow night.
There you go.
Going to be broadcast by yours truly, Mean Gene Money, Zach Panzarella, Smokin' Joe. Going to bring you all that action there on Tuesday from Las Vegas. Then we're going to jump ahead to Wednesday, and boy, will the fun begin there. Combination Taco Bell and Pizza Hut. Oh, no, my bad. Combination MRL, DDI joining up forces, and now we've seen some pretty big names from Bonfire sign up. I saw Brandon Shelton just put ink to paper. So we're going to see the law come over as well in that race. So we're looking to see some really big fields there Wednesday night. Can we announce that broadcast team? Is that locked in?
It's going to be changing week after week. Well, it's going to be probably 2 different rotating booths. One of them is going to be involving John Beverly and I believe Joseph Volpes, which is just going to be an unbelievable team, me and Gene. I mean, I didn't think it was possibly better than you and I, but if there was ever anyone who could give us a run for our money, it's them two. I cannot be genuinely more honored to have those two in the broadcast booth for this league. And then on the alternating weeks, we'll likely have some new faces. We may have Steve Fugay, one of the, I think the admins that you hear you and I talk about all the time. Such a knowledgeable racer, such a great voice, such an intelligent dude, and such a great guy. He's going to be a massive piece here on VRN. Excited to have him. And I think we'll also see some guys like Hilltop Bullet, the return of the Drugstore Cowboy. I think you'll have YZ back in there. I think a lot of names that were the OGs of DDIRL you'll see rotating in and out on those off weeks, and I think it's gonna be a lot of fun. Me and Gene, I think the schedule itself, as you see right there, rebroadcast, is still gonna be defined. It's still gonna be, I think, more set into stone as this league goes on. But one thing that is for sure is that every single race that the DDIRL MRL Truck Series Wednesday night races will be broadcasted on VRN one way or the other, and we're gonna show that movie, me and Gene, because it's gonna be one. Because like you said, it really is. I mean, all 3 of these leagues, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday, Sunday as well, for being honest. But those 3 right there are just the cream of the crop, and it's really such unbelievable drivers combined. I think if you were to combine the drivers in those 3 leagues, you'd probably have at least 40 championships and about 10 to 15 iRacing crown jewels between the drivers. It's pretty incredible.
You know what you ought to do with Beverly and Volpes?
What should we do with them?
I think, you know how in a NASCAR season, it's like starts off on TNT and then it switches to NBC? Mm-hmm. You ought to make those two just call all the playoff races.
Man, that is an amazing idea because they would do a better job of it than I think anyone else.
Well, and it'll give everybody in the regular season plenty of time to hop around and see who likes it the most, and then
because you never want to call a race that Jerry Rose is racing. Whenever Jerry Rose is racing, you never want to call it, which I get it. That dude's crazy.
Why? You don't like cautions?
I mean,
you got something against Todd Dunn cautions? What?
I mean, I'm the same way. I hate calling when that Zach Panzarella guy's on track. It's the worst. I have to hire YZ. That is a great idea because J Bev and Joseph Volpes, I think have a very similar dynamic to us. Man, they are just wonderful people and incredible broadcasters, and I think just as exciting as the field size is what we're gonna get to experience with those two in the booth together, me and Gene. Oh my goodness, I can't wait. They are going to add a whole new level of professionalism and polish, and they know the lore the same way we do, and that's a big deal, and that's what I love about VRN so much. We know the stories, and we love them, and we're obsessed with these leagues.
No, and if you're wondering what Snake and Smoke and Joe are going to sound like, check out our sister station,
Yes.
MRL. They broadcast the Friday night ARCA League on Saturday nights. So MRL Broadcasting, you could check that out and hear those two
Wonderful
guys to
show
get
there.
you get a little clip of what you're going to be experiencing. Hopefully during the playoffs, I'm going to do my best to work that out on the sidelines. Thursday night, this is coming soon. Can't talk about it totally, but the Quantum Contender Series is going to be joining the VRN family. That means there'll be not one, not two, not three, but 4 different leagues racing here on VRN. And you know what happens once those guys start racing, seeing everybody else, we might see some of their top guys also kind of feed into our leagues and vice versa. And then Sunday, the Bonfire Premier Cup Series continues their playoff run. Only 3 races left on their way to the Final Four. Jason Landry took the win Sunday to punch his ticket to the championship. Who will join him as Joe Vulpes, Kevin Kyle, other big names trying to hold on and move forward. So lots of racing here. All of this, of course, brought to you by our fine sponsors, KK Woodskates, Sim and Destroy, Fish Speed, and of course, Near Star Printing Solutions. Who is that? That's a new one. Look at that. The family's growing.
I love that, man. Gene, it's only going to keep growing. A bunch of new sponsors I know are going to be coming in here soon, and couldn't be more thankful for that. But yeah, Near Star Printing Solutions, I wonder, because we have a lot of good printers here. I mean, we have KK Woodskips making some awesome work trophies, and we also have Sim and Destroy printing shirts. Daily Driver's Inc., another clothing line that prints shirts. Excited to hear about Near Star Printing Solutions, and very grateful to have yet another sponsor. I'm sure they'll be sponsoring a race or two soon, and we'll be able to introduce them all to you guys. But man, I'm just beyond grateful to all the drivers, all the sponsors, excuse me, Fish Speed included, in this league. It's truly incredible how far it's gotten me and Gene, and it really is. It's beautiful how well it's all coming kind of simultaneously with the field sizes and the sponsors, and very, very grateful. So awesome. Yeah. And what a race that was too, me and Gene. What a race, because you also need these boys to put on a show, and they sure as hell did that tonight.
Yeah, you just saw the what's the word say 200 here. The sponsorship of Curse Forum, the Verdunville Church of God, located in West Virginia. Thank you so much, guys. Ladies and gentlemen, that is going to wrap us up for the evening. Thank you so much for joining us. Hey, best way to keep track of what happens on the Vortex Racing Network, subscribe to the Vortex Racing Network. Go ahead and smash that subscribe button if you haven't already done so. And you know what, everybody at home, make sure you like this video and share it every time you watch. I know you got a friend list. Just share it with another friend. Double down, spread this thing, and I'll tell 2 friends, and you tell 2 friends, and they'll tell 2 friends. And next thing you know, this thing will be as big as you can imagine. On behalf of myself, Mean Gene Money, Zach Panzarella, all of our sponsors, the admins of MRL Monday Night Mayhem, it's been our pleasure to bring you this broadcast. Join us tomorrow night for Big Truckin' Tuesday. Those boys will be getting down at Las Vegas. Have a lovely night, and as always, bottoms up and hammer down.